And both these two teams are looking to try and get some more silverware into their cabinets. For Sturt Lions, this is a chance to complete the double, having won the premiership and direct promotion with weeks remaining. For West Adelaide, finishing third on the ladder and gaining promotion by knocking off Fulham United. It's about proving they belong back on top and add to the club's trophy cabinet back at Kilburn. We're in for an exciting evening of football here at ServiceFM Stadium. Exciting football between these two teams as they've met earlier in the year in a 4-3 win for Sturt Lions. And later in the season, a 1-1 draw between these two sides. And here the team getting ready with the club dignitaries. Only moments away. 90 minutes of football, plus more, to get another trophy to take back home to go along with their promotion. We now cross down for the Australian national anthem. And the stage is set. These two teams ready to try and make history once again. Today, in these lineups, heading into this big game and big occasion. There's some familiar faces in this big game as well. Jackson O'Donnell, one of the only ones to have played in West Adelaide's last grand final win at this very venue, a 4-3 win against Para Hills in 2022. And Croatia Raiders in 2023 also saw Manly Barnett for Sturt Lions in that game. Last year also Leslie for West Torrens McKellar. For West Adelaide, James Aldenwalder, who is out of today's squad due to a broken hand sustained in week 1, will be out of today's game after getting surgery on his hand on Tuesday. And there's your referees for today's game as well. Tom Brinkworth, Thomas Temby, Jaden Betterman and Joseph Wojcicki. Tom Brinkworth, recently selected for the Australian Championship match official panel for the upcoming 2025-2026 season, making a significant step in his refereeing career. And it's great to see these young referees here today. And there's West Adelaide as well. Out without James Aldenwalder with that broken hand. And some experienced heads there. Michael Moroney, the captain, played in the 2016 grand final for Adelaide United. Knows what it means to be on this occasion and step up. He's got some younger players in their side as well who were behind the fence supporting as juniors just years ago. And today's occasion, they know what it means to put on the orange. A club with rich history, moved into their new home just last year, but had a full season at Kilburn and proved to be the catalyst to get them back promoted to the top tier where everyone amongst that club know where they belong. And what a way to do it, alongside Sturt Lions, the team that they got relegated with back in 2023. And they've done it the way of making it through to the grand final. The Sturt Lions winning the premiership. Gonzalo Rodriguez, who's in for Sturt Lions today, scored 2 goals in that last grand final. They won 2-0 back in 2020, the year riddled with COVID. And what a stage to do it today if he could get back into this game. The last 2 grand finals Sturt won were 2-0 wins. And can they repeat history here today for a third time? We're not far away from kickoff. It is West Adelaide kicking things off to the right of your screens. And we're about to get underway. And it's Boyers who gets us going. Back to Ota for West Adelaide. Looking to go early. Looking for Dion Kirk. Boyers is quickly dealt with by Atkinson. Sutini Castaneda, who's come in for Odenwalder. And now they're trying to do something for West Adelaide. Simopoulos. It's Rogers. Harrison Rogers back on the ball for Sturt Lions. We'll be out for a throw. Now I'd like to welcome in myself, Johnny Kecko, bringing you all the action as lead commentator alongside my co-commentator today, Simon Jimenez. Good big game here today, Simon, and massive occasion.
Big game to cap off a huge day. It's been happening all day long at ServiceFM Stadium, and now, of course, the big State League 1 to find out who's going to be playing in the Premier competition for next year. Last time both these teams appeared in the RAA NPL, it was straight up and straight back down. Both of them have the same goal to make a bit more of a pressure. Of course, we do know the result. We know that they've already qualified, but it's all about getting the silverware in the cabinet, isn't it, Johnny?
Absolutely. These big occasions, players step up for it. Some may say it's a dead rubber, but there's silverware on the line. And definitely the conversations I've had with both sides, they're eager to add more silverware to their trophy cabinet.
I don't buy the dead rubber comment at all. I mean, just ask Metro Stars from last night. You really got to get that title of being champions and get that trophy in your cabinet. Grand finals like these are what provide unforgettable moments and high drama, and that's exactly what we're hoping for this afternoon.
That's Moroni playing it down the left side. As Sturt Lions look to break. And there's Jun Ota. He's trying to defend. He's forced play it back to Duffy. Duffy's come into the lineup this week after not being in the starting last week for Sturt Lions. There's a few big players. There's Jackson O'Donnell getting his first touch of the game. Pulled off some incredible saves and had an incredible haircut back in 2022 when he won the grand final with his side in thrilling fashion as well. 4-3 win. Pegs along. With the head. Scollin. Looking to take the quick throw for West Adelaide. Go short. Spoyers. Now, can they do something here? Kato plays it out. He finds Castaneda. Castaneda with an early shot! And an early opportunity for West Adelaide. Will be a goal kick though. And wow, what a start for West Adelaide. And now we might as well welcome in our boundary rider for today's game, Alessio Carocci on the boundary. Alessio, how are things tracking down there in the early stages?
Yeah, it's good to be here, Johnny. Of course, that shot just then really sparked things here. It was quite quiet on my left side where the Sturt players and benches are. But I thought he might have taken it a bit wide there, Castaneda. But it's good to see him in the lineup tonight because he's come over from Metro Stars midway through this season and he's finally got a run in his legs. Scored a couple of goals this season too. So a very impressive player to come off the bench to get the start tonight instead of Olden Wilder, who's out completely. But I think it's going to be a tight contest, as you guys said as well. I remember being on the touchlines as well for the 2020 final between Sturt and FK Beergrad, and I thought that might have had a bit more fans and a bit more intensity, but I think tonight will just be the same with West Adelaide having a great fan contingent as well.
Absolutely, thank you for that. Alessio, we'll cross down to you more throughout the evening to find out how things are going on both sides. Obviously, Theo and John, two different characters down on the pitch side, and Theo playing juniors at the club, West Adelaide, and John, captain in the last two grand finals as well, at the ripe old age of 40. He retired in his 40s, sorry. Incredible. We'll cross down to you, Alessio, as well. Just a little bit on John. You played at Sturt for a little bit. Tell us a little bit about him as well.
Yeah, he actually played his final competitive game this season, the first round of the Cup. I think it was against Tea Tree Gully. He didn't get a final send-off last year, so they decided this before, obviously, he took the coaching role that he was going to have a final send-off, and he did that this year. So it's a different sight, obviously, seeing your coach partnering you in the defence for his last game while you're in the season with him. But, yeah, he had a very successful career, the most capped player in our local league here in SA. So, yeah, interesting to see how he runs in the NPL as a coach, but in the State League so far, it's gone all his way.
And what a start he's had as well. Won the premiership with a few weeks ago. Now dominant heading into this game today. Looking to make the championship as well and get the double. Atkinson. There's a short little head. Nice little flick off.
Interesting to hear that about the coach, because we had a chat to him during the week, and one of the big messages that he had to say was just how it is a bit of a challenge to adjust yourself to being a coach of a team that you used to be part of. But given how well drilled Sturt usually look, and even to the start that they've had tonight, trying to control things in possession, looks like he's built a nice, disciplined style of play for Sturt.
Barnett looks to try and peg it long. Kirk, first touch wasn't the greatest, and then eventually will go out for a throw. Here's Jaden Betterman, the assistant referee today. A referee in the grand final for the State League 2 just a couple of weeks ago. Featured Modbury Vista. And the winners, Eastern United. Obviously, Modbury Vista get a second chance for promotion today. And unfortunately lost 2-0 to Adelaide Atletico in what was purely a promotional playoff. Now it's Felix. Gonzalo Rodriguez. Nice little short touch in the end. The shot from Sotini just goes out wide. It's great to see a lot of these players know what this occasion means to come here and try and win silverware. They've done it before, some on the positive end, some have been on the negative end, but majority have won in these last few years, which is an interesting stat as well to look at. Justin Bralich, assistant coach, was in that LA Croatia Raiders side that won in 2023 alongside Manly Barnett, and also James Oldenvotter, who's out of today's game for West Adelaide. Back last year as well, Lessie, for West Torres Pacella. Jackson O'Donnell for West Adelaide, the only one left in the squad since 2022. A lot of changes happened, but they've come good and become a very strong side. But those teams that played in the 2017 and 2020 grand final for Sturt Lions, both ending in a 2-0 win, still have many familiar faces, which just shows how consistent this side has been over those years, with few changes going, but just some of those key players that have stuck around.
I think both sides have a lot of really experienced players, as you said, a lot of players that have won things and spent a lot of time at different clubs. So experience, once they do enter the NPL next year, will be on their side. I do wonder longer term what the teams are going to like. They will need to adjust a little bit. RAM NPLSA is trying to sort of favour younger players. So with some more experienced teams, there will be a little bit of a adjustment, I guess, to make. But of course, you expect in the off-season as well that they're going to be heavily recruiting. In fact, I'd bet they've probably already started, Johnny.
Yep. There's ever so patiently looking. Let's see Karachi on the sideline there on the TV. That's what we love. Now, just a little bit of a scrappy start. Not really anyone really controlling the game too much, I would say. What's your name, Simon? Let's call you James.
Wow, okay.
You don't look like a James.
Yeah, I'd probably give the edge to Sturt Lions at this point, just trying to dictate things with their style of play a little bit.
Gonzalo
Just look a bit more comfortable in possession.
Was Gonzalo Rodriguez looking to be a bit more comfortable, like you were just saying, but it's quickly dealt with. Castaneda. Sotini does well for Sturt. Now, can they put a few passes together? Simopoulos came to the side throughout the season from Para Hills Knights. To O'Donnell. Flying in was Lessig. Now, Barnett. Barnett tries to put a nice ball through for Gonzalo Rodriguez. We'll be out for a goal kick. Well, the crowd down here today, not too bad, considering it's a long day of football. It's good to see a few ultras behind the goals for West Adelaide as well.
We've had great support all throughout the afternoon, to be honest. So it's great to see that continuing. Yeah, it's been a huge day. The 9 o'clock fixtures started us off this morning, so there's been a good stream of people coming in and out. We had a nice dramatic finish to the last game that we had on pitch 1, and of course the NPL reserves happening in pitch 2, and yeah, so plenty of excitement in ServiceFM.
Scarrett does well and gets around. Nice ball in for Sturt Lions. Back to Barnett. Oh, the slides done well from Duffy as Boyers was looking to slide in. So area is a little bit slippery as well at the moment. There's a little bit of watering going on before kickoff. And also he slid in the area that the Gatorade was poured earlier as well. So it's highly wet, that area.
Overall, though, I think the pitch in really good condition. It got the water before we started, and we just had the one game on pitch 1 a little bit earlier today, so still in pretty good condition.
Maroney. One man that knows how to play finals. Experience coming from Adelaide United as well. It's Barnett, captain of Raiders. A few players made transitions from clubs in the NPL to the State League sides, strengthening what was a really strong side.
I think so far Sturt Lions are looking really impressive with how well organised they are, pressing, winning the ball, and just being able to deploy attackers really quickly. Haven't been rewarded for that effort just yet, but early days. On the flip side, West Adelaide sort of absorbing the pressure a little bit and looking for long opportunities as they do just here.
Now it's Moroney. Experienced head, be able to deal with it.
He got to the ball force though, despite, as you put it, his experience.
Atkinson. Malay. Back to Malay. Had a great season, 11 clean sheets. Unable to get one against West Adelaide so far this year though. Conceding 4 goals in total across the 2 games that they've played each other in. And what a way to do it if they can keep a clean sheet, as they have done in the last 2 grand finals. And just 10 years ago as well, West Adelaide in the NPL grand final, winning as champions. It's amazing how time changes very quickly. In 10 years, they've had to be promoted twice into the NPL. They're going in for their 3rd time in 10 years. The 3rd stint. This club's had so much history over the years. See with the NSL days as well. And the support, it's good to see them come back out for big occasions like this. And now can Sturt build something? And it will be offside nonetheless. Well, as you said about the watering earlier as well, he's making it for a slippery occasion here as well. Rodriguez finished earlier, so looks like he has been limping a little bit. But we'll cross down to Alessio. Alessio, have you really noticed much about Gonzalo Rodriguez slipping? Was he slipped about him limping a little bit?
Yeah, just in that earlier phase of play there, I saw him slip in the middle of the park and he was trying to regain his feet. Not sure if he maybe rolled an ankle. He was definitely feeling it, and you could probably see on camera he was wincing a bit as he ran back into the play. So just keep an eye on that one. But of course, he's a very important player for Sturt. He wouldn't want to come off if he doesn't need to. But yeah, I think a lot of the players are just struggling with this pitch at the moment. It's definitely longer, and of course we did mention both teams obviously play on artificial as their home ground. So they're used to a nice slick pitch, but maybe not one this long, and it's a bit heavy, I think, under the feet at the moment. You can see that with some of the passes getting a bit bobbly and probably lifting a bit more than they expect.
Thanks for that, Alessio. We'll cross down to you more throughout the occasion tonight. 15 minutes play gone so far in this HPG Home State League 1 Grand Final. 3rd versus 1st, just like we had in the RAA NPOSA last night. And we saw how that played out. The momentum coming in from 3rd place. Croydon FC, just too much for Metro Stars. And now West Adelaide, very confident coming into today's game, knocking off Fulham United in a 2-leg semi-final after a convincing win against Cumberland. And now numbers are around. It's Atkinson, heavy touch. Sees Dion Kirk take the most of it. Now Moroney comes in, and now could we see something for West Adelaide?
Really good second effort from Moroney there to win it back. You can see just West Adelaide fighting to control it, but even when they do lose possession, Sturt Lions just keep that intensity up and just continue to chase. And now they try to build things up from the back once more.
You can see them really using that right side at the moment. Now Rodriguez, heavy touch off the chest, goes for the shot, and it's a great save again from Jackson O'Donnell, just putting his body behind the ball. He did that back in 2022 as well in the grand final. Just pulled off some great saves to keep his side in the match. just that confidence that he possesses as well. He's just going to add so much to his side in today's game. Just his personality oozes confidence as well, Jackson O'Donnell. You can't have a chat with him without laughing. Now through the middle. Now West Adelaide. Golan. Connor Golan plays it out. Out to Gato. Will be the corner for Gato.
Well, you can see the contrast in styles. West Adelaide not wasting too much time putting it up from the back, just trying to go straight up through the middle.
And there was that replay again of Jackson O'Donnell. Just that confidence that he possesses. He's just a very good goalkeeper. It'd be good to see him back in the top level at NPL next year. Assuming not too many changes happen from these sides as well. Yeah. O'Donnell obviously wearing number 45 tonight. Sorry, 56 tonight, sorry. Good messages coming in my ears, so getting the update. Normally 45. I do know that because I crossed it out on my page earlier. And there's cross in. Off the head, still alive. Can West Adelaide try and make something of it? Malay couldn't quite get a hand to it, but does it in the second instance. And it's a long ball. And Gonzalo with a great stretch out. Gonzalo, sorry. Just couldn't quite get a foot on it. But yes, Jackson O'Donnell just wearing a different number tonight. 56. Number 45, but we assume that it have to do with the kit colour as well. Not clashing with either. Well, opening 20 minutes of football played out. Still 0-0 between these two sides. No one yet to find the deadlock. No one really threatening other than that one opportunity against Jackson O'Donnell just a few minutes ago.
It's pretty consistent what we've seen throughout most of the games this weekend, to be honest. Starting a little bit slow. I mean, when you got the grand final, it's always a bit of a cagey affair. Well, I won't say always. Often it's a bit of a cagey affair to begin with. Side's just a little bit more worried about conceding than actually scoring.
Back to Atkinson. He looks long, sends it into the area. Oh, Gonzalo Rodriguez tries to get a foot on it again, but just slipped in the instance. His other foot got taken out under him.
It was a nice delivery into the 18-yard box just before. Nice touch to get it towards Rodriguez.
And let's have a look at that touch again. As it gets whipped into the area, does quite gets in the right area, but just couldn't quite get his foot on it. It did look like he slipped on his left foot when he was going for it as well. So, be interesting to know if they have worn the right sprigs for this occasion, having played on artificial for obviously their training sessions and match days as well. Majority of pitches now in South Australia do have artificial.
Well, interestingly, last night Metro Stars and Croydon, they're both teams that play on home and on artificial, so they'd be favouring that sort of pitch. So maybe the extra water on it may be something that they were requesting to be used to. Maybe it's just giving it a bit of combination, a bit of a slow pitch, but also a bit of a slippery one rather than just giving it a bit more pace.
Atkinson goes to the short. Oh my goodness, he did it! What a goal from Atkinson! In first chance to go for it. And scores the opening goal for Sturt Lions. Jacob Atkinson played in 2017 and now in 2025 is on the score sheet and he sees the camera as well.
Well done to him. Wanted to get his little bit of moment and he absolutely did. What a goal that was. You see it here. Loose ball, edge of the 18-yard box. Just sends it off his left. Great job to opening the scoring.
And slots it right in that corner as well. Just pinpoint accuracy.
Well, to be honest, we haven't seen a lot of really convincing opportunities on goal from either side, but there he is, just created something from nothing to put Sturt Lions 1-0 in front.
Now Sturt Lions take the early lead in this big game. And West Adelaide, will they try and react back as quickly as possible to get back into this? Still early days, but what a moment for Atkinson to be able to just comfortably take control of it. And now West Adelaide is on the other end. It's Boyers, plays it out. Golan goes for a shot, and it's the equalizer! Only a minute after, Connor Golan! Wow! West Adelaide just react after taking the first goal. And they've come back to say, no, we're back in this. We're not giving up just yet.
I mean, we saw it last night as well. One team works hard, finally opens the scoring, and then straight away, West Adelaide just bounce back. I mean, it just goes to show, although things can start a little bit cagey, as soon as one team lets slip, they're just ready to punish. In this instance, it's West Adelaide to put themselves back in it. And they weren't in front for long, Sturt Lions, were they?
Nope, wasn't on at all. Just let go of that very quickly. Just only a minute or two. And now can Sturt Lions react again to get back into this game? We could be ready to have a big game on our hands here tonight. Earlier games are anything to go by. A 4-3 win to Sturt Lions earlier. And now it's 100% not going to be the same scoreline as Sturt have had if they do win today in recent history. The last two times they won were 2-0 wins, and today they've already conceded. And we're going to cross down after that first goal from Atkinson, but it got delayed after the equalizer being scored, so now it's a perfect opportunity to ask Alessio Croce on the sideline. Alessio, what's been going on both sides? What's the reaction been like for both of those two goals?
Yeah, well, the first one I was going to give you, talking about Jacob Atkinson, he was on the opposing side for Sturt Lions in that 2017 grand final against Western Strike, and it's actually his brother who found the net on that day for Sturt at High Marsh, but he's found the net with an excellent goal there, an unsung hero for Sturt this season, and they're obviously very happy with that. The whole bench was up and almost at the touchline when he scored there, but after that goal they just conceded. They were very disappointed. I'm not sure if there was a comment made from one of the assistants as they went forward with an opportunity, Sturt, and as soon as it came back that way, the coaching staff was not happy with the early call from that, and then it eventuated in a chance against them. So I think they just back down to earth at least for the time being.
Thanks for that, Alessio. He almost got hit by the ball. And yes, Atkinson on the opposing side in that game as well, but today gets on the score sheet for Sturt Lions. It's amazing how things change in the matter of years.
Just seeing the contrast of play out right now. After conceding quickly, I guess that sort of dump you get after the initial excitement for Sturt Lions of scoring that goal, and West Adelaide strike back straight away. You do want to wrestle back a little bit of control, dictate the tempo, get your confidence up. But what we did see from West Adelaide in their reply is how quickly they can strike. And despite the possession that Sturt Lions are showing, if they do give them a little in, West Adelaide will be more than happy to pounce.
We hear the drums, Atletico going on at the moment. They're a happy bunch at the moment, being promoted in their first time in the State League 2. And straight up to the State League 1. So they'll be in this league next year.
Yeah, huge achievement for them. I think it's a big step up though, going from State League 2, especially the fact that you've got a, divided State League 2 now as well. State League 1, there's a lot of talent here there that is NPL worthy, I guess you could say. A lot of ex-NPL players, a lot of players that I think could probably still be in the NPL if they weren't scooped up to anchor a lot of these State League 1 teams. That seems to be a little bit of a usual pattern. The team has ambitions and they invest in experienced players to try make their way up. So with that sort of talent in State League 1, I think it's going to be tough for Atletico next year, but we'll see what they've got. And likewise, these two teams are going to get that challenge as well when they jump up to NPL next year.
Dion Kirk. Play it now to Felix. Boyer. Makes a nice run through. He's only scored 2 goals once. An early shot again, and it's gone out wide this time around.
Sean Garrett just getting a touch on that, making sure he was in the way. But another chance for West Adelaide because they have picked up the corner kick.
Malay very chuffed with that one as well. And there it is. It comes off Yuya Kato's foot. It just goes out wide. It just didn't look too confident behind it. And it was coming off his boot. It looks like it's going to be Eduardo Castaneda lining up for the corner. And there's Thomas Temby, the assistant referee.
Go for a right-footed outswinging out.
Castaneda. And he sends it in. A few heads in the area. Falls to Jun Ota. And it's gone straight into the outdoor area. A few fans behind the goals at the moment. Packed up here in the grandstand.
Looks like a couple of picnic rugs on the hill as well. It's pretty pleasant at the moment.
It is, up in the sun.
It's cold last night for the RAA NPLSA final, but the sun's out at the moment, so good to see everyone enjoying it.
Sun's out, guns out for the HPG Homes Grand Final. As Lessie plays it back. Back to Lessie. Looks to go long. Off the head of Munro. Munro again works back. Maroney. Couldn't get around Ota, but second chance again. Flying ball over. Can Sturt Lions get back in this again? They need to try and think but well and cleverly. Sortini. Plays it back to Barnett. It's controlled by Sortini. Out to Barnett again. Sturt Lions have to rethink their positioning and ways to get around. Harrison Rogers. Chooses to go back to Duffy. Back to Maroney. Duffy on the ball again. Barnett. Lessie. Lachlan Duffy. Played in the 2017 Grand Final. And today, looking to try and win once again. Sortini tries to slot it through. Another shot on. O'Donnell does well to save it. And now Sturt trying to get with the second chance again. Just trying to be threatening in that final third, Sturt Lions. Really swinging some passes in. And here it is again. A great touch in. He read it well, Jackson O'Donnell, and did enough just to get it out of the way and out for a corner in the end. And Duffy as well coming into this game. Missed out on 2020, so he's looking to try and so he missed out on the final series. We'll cross down to Alessio very soon as well, get some updates on what's going on down there. But waiting for this corner to be taken. And it's whipped in. It's near post. And Sortini heads in the way. Saves him just for a moment. It's Rogers. Back to Sortini. Sturt Lions again, it's being very threatening. And it will be a goal kick this time around. And Alessio, back to you down on the sideline. How are things tracking at the moment?
Yeah, at the moment, Sturt. Oops, did I cut out? Oh, there we are.
Back to you, Alessio. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Yeah, in the ascendancy at the moment, Sturt Lions. I mean, they're getting their crosses in back post, and Munro seems to be uncontested in the box, Munro. and they're getting those nod downs at the moment, chipping that ball back post, which is really helping them in getting a few chances on board. But yeah, as you're saying, Duffy, he missed the 2020 grand final as he did his ACL in the final series against West Adelaide in the final league game of the season. So he missed out on that 2020 promotion, but obviously was part of 2017. So he's looking to get back on the winners list this time and be part of the grand final.
Still a bit of work to do. Both these two sides locked up 1-1. Just about a minute or two between goals. West Adelaide quick to react after Atkinson's incredible goal from distance.
Mentioned before just how Sturt Lions looked like they were trying to get a bit of confidence back and just get a bit of control back following conceding that first goal from West Adelaide, and they did that. Initially, they were a little bit hesitant to play out of their first half, but over the last 5 minutes or so, building up opportunities, getting shots on goal. But now they've got an attack to deal with potentially from West Adelaide, and that's stifled there, and it will be a Sturt Lions throw-in.
It's Barnett on the ball to take the throw. Goes short to Sotini. It's Lessie. Tanasi Lessie.
Something I'm really looking forward to next year and seeing these two teams in the NPL is just having one, in the case of Sturt Lions, a team from a different side of town in the competition, but we'll go back to that in a second.
As Tom Brinkworth just having a quick chat with the referee. There's the West Adelaide bench as well, just very calm at the moment. Be very happy with how things have gone since conceding.
Just to quickly revisit that thought, there's not a lot of teams from the southern suburbs in the NPL, so Sturt Lions will be representing that side of town a little bit next year, which is exciting. And then, of course, West Adelaide, NPL fixtures at Kilburn, which is really exciting.
Golan. Offside. It's been given. The ball will be taken back.
And just
remember, both these two sides, fairly new facilities in the NPL now. Be some of the newest ones that we've had alongside Croydon FC. Sturt Lions opening theirs back in, I think, 2022, and West Adelaide building theirs over 10 years ago, but only moving into it at the end of last year.
Well, I can tell you this about Kilburn. Their first full season, they hosted 150 plus games, and they apparently grilled 1 ton of chicken. Grilled.
Oh, grilled.
They didn't. Yeah, they're not growing chickens at Kilburn.
I was going to say they have a chicken farm.
I'm sure some of the original West Adelaide folk probably had chickens in the backyard. Not as much anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, they grilled. So they grilled how many kilos of chicken?
1 ton of
1
chicken.
1 ton of chicken. Wow.
Yeah.
And how much of it did I eat?
I was going to be getting to that, to be honest. Yeah, we all have to chip in. Well, the question is, how much chicken are they going to grill in the NPL next year?
Oh, mate, maybe 3 or 4 tons.
Yeah.
And now, still in the area, Atkinson's working. Sotini with the head. As it falls to Rogers. I love stats, Simon, but you know what I love more? Food stats. And you did that perfectly. You just way to get to my heart. It's through my stomach. And now it's West Adelaide, Sinopolis. Looking trying to make the run through. Spots. Great target in Kato. Just has to go a little bit wide to receive the ball. He's got options though. Kato. Goes for the second. Another little trick. Again, just maybe took a little bit too long. As Felix sends it in. And in the end, got out for a goal kick. Just hesitated a couple of times there. And just, in the end, it's a wasted opportunity from West Adelaide. Where they had a bit of momentum going forward. There's Belay, the goalkeeper. And there it is. Look at the sun setting over ServiceFM Stadium. Absolute sight and a half, as we love to see down here at Jeps Cross. currently 16.7 degrees. Feels like 14.7. We'll cross down to Alessio. Alessio, what does it feel like to you? It says 14.7 on Bureau Meteorology, but what is it on the Alessio Meteorology?
I couldn't give you a direct figure, but it definitely has just gotten a bit cooler because I think most of the pitch is covered by that shade now. You can only see that little patch where the ball's just about past, where it's got a bit of sun left. But as you're talking about, interestingly enough before, I think the only player who's got the metal studs on tonight is Cairo Felix here at left fullback. So maybe the rest of them will have a rethink at halftime, but we haven't seen too many slips since that opening stanza of this game. But yeah, I was interested to see only one of the players.
Rodriguez plays it through. Another opportunity for West Adelaide off the upright and just slightly goes out for a goal kick. And we're disappointed in the way he ended that. Munro couldn't quite get another goal.
Golden Boot winner in State League 1, Munro. Equal with, I think, Dante.
15 goals this season as well. So he knows how to score a goal, but just couldn't quite get it there today. His superstition is a coffee on the way to a game, so I wonder if he had that coffee today, and if he didn't, then that may be the reason as to why he missed on that goal just then. It's always about superstitions. Mine is listening to music before coming to commentate. I actually forgot to listen to music. I was on a phone call all the way here today, and then I realised as I was about to pull in, so I went driving for 10 minutes just so I can get my routine in.
They always crack me up, routines. You know, the one thing that worries me about that, if you're taken out of your routine, can you perform on the night? So I'm not sure if I'm one for superstitions and special routines for that reason.
Oh, it pumps me up, the music.
That probably goes into the fact of the metal studs that Alessio mentioned earlier as well. It surprises me sometimes when players aren't prepared for the conditions. Earlier this year, there was one particular game in the NPL between Adelaide United Youth and Comets, where apparently there was an issue with that players not bringing the appropriate boots on a really wet day, and instances like that just surprise me at this level, that you've got players that aren't deciding early on what's going to be most appropriate for the conditions. Well, admittedly, we did have the presentations for the previous game on this main pitch earlier, so that might be my answer. The team's having a warm-up on artificial, so maybe not quite getting a feel for it. So
Johnny and I before the game talking to John Fusco here and saying players don't really take two pairs these days, or at least bring them in case medals, but he was saying back in his day he did bring some.
Just got the little message in our ear from Alessio. Do you want to repeat what you just said?
John Fusco, we chatted to him before kickoff, saying that some players don't bring two boots, so they might not have a change to go into their middle studs, but he always did. So, as a coach, I'm sure one of his brought his boots so he can go back on there if he has to. And now it's booked in. West Adelaide. Luka Dobrovolsky with a head up. Golan scored the goal for West Adelaide to get them back into this game. 5 minutes still remaining in this first half of the HPG Homes State League 1 Grand Final. Fabrizio. Little touch from Castaneda. Back to Castaneda. Does well on the injured area, Castaneda, but Malay positioned himself in a great place. And now to the other end, Gonzalo Rodriguez slips again on the turf. As Rogers comes back to him a favour. Left out to Moroney. Lessie. Free kick. Looks like one of the shin pads has been left on the pitch. And that's why they're going to stop the game to make sure he can go get it. Looks like, yep, it is Felix whose shin pad's been left out on the park.
Talking about the studs earlier, that's another sort of trend that befuddles me a little bit. How players now just have the tiny shin pads just floating in the sock. I mean, once upon a time they used to have shin pads that almost felt like they went up to the knee, which probably is a bit of overkill, but surely there's some sort of happy middle ground.
I played school soccer, and the one I had ankle pads on it as well. It was weird now thinking about it.
I remember when I was growing up, they were the cool ones to have. You have to have your little ankle support. I guess it gives you more confidence to go in for a hard tackle, but I don't know. Maybe it's a bit soft now.
Cutting your socks these days as well. All the trend.
And it has to be the white grip socks underneath as well. You can't have the same colour as your socks. It has to be white.
If you want to ask fashion as well, it's Luca Fabrizio. West Adelaide has a bit to say about fashion on his TikTok. Opening up a little fashion store as well. Seems to be a little bit of a trend at the moment within our local leagues. Players showing off their fashion online. It's great to see. Might need some fashion tips myself. Atkinson.
So we can expect the Johnny Kecko fashion blog soon.
Maybe. At Johnny_Kecko on Instagram. Check it out tomorrow. Show what I'm wearing.
There you go. Fashion spotters of South Australian football. Keep an eye out.
Now good run through from Harrison Rogers. Tries to get the cross in. Does well and just goes out wide ever so slightly. But Sturt Lions again looking threatening up front. 2 minutes still to go in his first half. A little bit of support there. And just an interesting note as well. See some players, junior players there behind the fence. Some of those players could be in a grand final in a few years to come, as there are a few that are currently in the Sturt Lions lineup, especially Sean Garrett in the starting lineup. He was one of those kids watching back in the day in the last grand final. A few on the bench as well. James O'Toole, Elton, Dunstall. It's one of those things, we love it in the moment, but we don't realise what the history holds as well. And some of those players, forget, could be, well, they will be aspiring, but they could be eventuating into that side as well.
Saw plenty of young talent on display earlier today. A few of the reserves and the under-18s games happening on the back pitches 2 and 3, and the artificial. I guess on that sort of surface as well, you just get to see the pace of some of these young players on display.
Golan trying to get in for West Adelaide. Satini, first touch through to Munro. Munro goes for an early shot. Jackson O'Donnell gets a hand to it. And there was no second opportunity for Sturt Lions. And as we're only 5 seconds away from additional time, looks like there might only be a minute of time added. And now Sortini with another shot. It goes out wide. Fourth official has indicated there will be 1 minute, so not too much left to go in this half.
Just on that last shot, Jackson O'Donnell went the wrong way, but just before that, really confident goalkeeping, just coming right to the edge of the 18-yard box, just trying to cut off that angle, make himself really, really big, and managing to deny it. Sturt Lions, and he'll now line up for that goal kick.
There's that experience that comes into it from Jackson O'Donnell. Just knows how to read it well. Came out, put his body out there, and prevented the goal from coming in. And it's half time down here at ServiceFM Stadium. 1 minute of additional time up. And it's 1-1 between these two teams. Jacob Atkinson scoring the opener. And then coming back and reacting was Connor Golan for West Adelaide. Just a minute or two in between those two goals. The reaction time is very important for West Adelaide. And what a game we've had so far. It was a slow start into this first half, Simon, but West Adelaide reacted, they came back, they didn't let them get down, and they made the game back into their hands again.
I wouldn't say slow, I think just a little bit cagey, but once we saw, Sturt Lions just built up that confidence. They were the first to score, didn't take long for West Adelaide to respond, but even following that goal, the way Sturt Lions just really tried to control things.
And it's very interesting right now, have a look at this as well. They're just regrouping before they walk into the change room, before they talk to Theo, their coach. It's an interesting tactic that they're doing here. Just regrouping, having a chat amongst themselves as players before they go and hear from the coach.
Yeah, it's good to see the players just getting around each other in that instance, having not watched a huge amount of West Adelaide this year. Obviously, that'll be a different case in the NPL next year. Maybe that's the way they like to do things, just have a brief little coming together between the players, just trying to, I guess, regroup before they go in the change rooms for a little chat before the second half.
Well, what a first half of football. We'll quickly cross down to Alessio Croce on the sidelines. Alessio, first half, 45 minutes of play. How'd you make it, and did you hear any messages on the way through to the change rooms?
I didn't hear any, but I did see Eduardo Castaneda getting some tips there from Cameron Woodfin as well. So one of his good mates, I'm sure, from Metro, just giving him some tips and that. But I thought the game started in the fashion you expect from a game against two teams that are going up to the next level and are definitely better than the level that we're in this year. But I'm excited because it's goals already in the first half. It's something we haven't seen in the other two grand finals before today. So I'm excited. The second half's just going to bring more, and we want to see a goal fest in a grand final that everyone doesn't expect. So, yeah, that's it. That's about all from me.
Absolutely. And tell us about the atmosphere in the crowd as well. It's not the biggest crowd we had all weekend, but how has it been from the sideline? Yeah,
I could tell you. I would expect a bit more. West Adelaide fans are probably behind the goal instead of in the stands, but there's actually a lot of Sturt fans I can see behind me in the ground, as well as some former players as well. But I guess they're all coming over from those reserve games that concluded, and the ones that have just left are probably the Atletico ones. So I think the atmosphere is pretty good, but in this second half, I think it's really going to kick on when a team gets the lead and they've got a bit more to go. I think, that's when the trophy comes on the line and when, the crowd gets nice and loud. And
it's great to see the women's coach there as well, Costa Jaric, supporting the men's side here today. So very good to see.
Yeah, I'm sure the women's coach for Sturt Lions as well is here somewhere as well. Frank Tibaldi, he'll be here. I'm sure he's a good friend of John and he's excited for his first year as a coach as well. So I'm sure he'll be here on some capacity, but it's good to see as well.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Alessio. We'll cross down to you a bit later on as well. But thanks for the updates in that first half. What a first half of football it's been. 2 goals. We didn't think we'd see that from both sides, so it's fantastic to see both two teams getting into it. So it could be a lot more still to come in that second half. Alessio, do you reckon do you have that feeling we'll see a few more coming out in the second half?
Oh, I definitely hope so. I mean, both these teams, you've seen all season how many goals they've scored in a lot of high-scoring matches as well. There's a few live wires on both benches as well. I mean, Sturt have got a few that have done it in the past as well. They've got some young players as well. They've got something to prove to the coach for next season as well. And obviously, we've talked about West Adelaide. They've got quite a few on that bench that are very experienced. And even though there's no James Oldenwilder, I think they've got some on that bench that can create the impact in the second half.
Thank you, Alessio. I appreciate that update as well. We're going to have a look at the highlights in a moment as well from that first half. Many of them. And here are a few of those early shots as well. West Adelaide, one of the first. And then Jackson O'Donnell just doing his thing. Very confident in the back line. So it's good to have that confidence there. He knows how to be on this stage. But did it back in 2022. Pulled off some similar saves. But it was chances like that, missed opportunities from Sturt Lions, but then picked up here from Atkinson. First touch off the boot. Incredible goal there from Atkinson.
O'Donnell went flying to try and get that. Serious attempt to save, but there was no getting to it. It was right in the top corner from a long way out. Who could have seen that one coming? And just great job striking it beautifully, Jacob Atkinson.
And then all getting around him, and then on the other end, a quick reaction time from Golan. Just couldn't quite get there in the slide from Moroni, but Golan just did well. Gets it into the side netting.
Not big scorers this year, to be honest. Connor Golan, that's only his third for the season. And for Jacob Atkinson, just his second, so doing it when it counts.
And there they are. Just when you thought Sturt Lions took the advantage, West Adelaide just didn't quite let him hang on to that for too long. Only 2 minutes between the two goals. And they're all getting around him, Golan. So it's great to see West Adelaide just really pumping it up now. They've got him back into this game now. Chances on the other end, though. Sturt Lions have been aplenty. And here's some more as well. And they're just the closest one as well, coming off the upright. And just the slightest touch.
Yeah, just brushed on the outer edge. Not a bad attempt out from distance, though. Didn't have the most pace on it, but only a few centimetres off being perfectly placed to beat the keeper.
And these other shots as well. There's been a lot of these at both ends, so we look forward to seeing what we can produce in the second half. But that's one of my favourites as well. Jackson O'Donnell just putting his body there in the right position.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That was probably my highlight from him from the first half as well. Just how far he came out, how confidently he defended.
And, well, it is half-time down here at ServiceFM Stadium. And on the HBG home, State League 1 Grand Final. Sturt Lions getting the opening goal. And West Adelaide not far after getting the equaliser. Well, we're not far away from that second half kicking off, but for now we'll head to a very short break. And on the other side, we're back with the second half. Welcome back to ServiceFM Stadium for the HBG Home State League 1 Grand Final on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Sturt Lions getting the early goal. West Adelaide retaliating to make it 1-1 heading into the second half. And it's Sturt Lions getting us back underway. A long kick from Atkinson, the goal scorer. And for a throw early on in the opening 7 minutes. Only 30 seconds from kickoff in that reaction time from West Adelaide. Now they're back into this game. Myself, Johnny Kecko, alongside Simon Jimenez on the co-coms today. Simon, big second half coming up. 1 apiece now, so both teams having their opportunities in your first half, but what are you expecting to see from these two sides?
I think I'm expecting the game to open up now. I was sort of expecting it possibly following that first goal. Sorry, the first goal in the first half. Sturt Lions got that one, but straight away it was on level terms with West Adelaide countering quickly and equalising things. I mean, we still had plenty of opportunities, but I think overall it hasn't been the most free-flowing game, especially for the first part of that first half. I have a feeling, though, we're going to see things just light up a little bit in the second half. I'm really keen to seeing the best that these two teams can bring, especially as they get ready for an NPL campaign next year. Two very proud clubs, particularly West Adelaide. I'm sure that the supporters will be feeling like they should be in the top tier of state football. And last time they were there, they weren't there for too long. So they've got the great new facility now. It's going to become a destination in the RAA NPL next year. If they can get the silverware after coming, not picking up that first position in the league, it'll be a great way to start their, I guess, promotion year in 2026. They tried to mount a bit of an attack early, but Sturt Lions scoop it up. A bit of a high press for West Adelaide, wanting to win it back.
Now West Adelaide with the throw. Not too many changes look to have, well, no changes, sorry, hasn't looked to happen on either side just yet. Both coaches, Theo and John, happy with how things have played out in that first half. And now it's Jun Otta. And Millet does very well.
Really opportunistic, played it straight through the legs. And it was a bit of a one to get to, but not to beat. To get a bit of an advantage early in this first half. I mean, I think we've seen a bit of a lift in intensity already in the first couple of minutes.
Sortini plays out to Garrett. Short touch back to Garrett. It's offside in the end. I think it was Munro. Just caught a little bit offside. In this first half, cross back down to... Sorry, in the second half, cross back down to Alessia Croce on the sideline.
Yeah, back here, Johnny. It's, of course, gotten a bit colder as well coming out to that second half. Even the coach has got another jacket on as they've entered the pitch. But similarly, starting to how the first half has. Haven't seen too many boot changes, which I'm very surprised at again, especially as the pitch got watered even more in that halftime interval. But yeah, I'm excited to see this second half as well, as I said, just before the end of that first half, as you see a turnover here maybe. And yeah, a few decisions probably going the way that Sturt would not have expected, that one being another one. And there was one in the middle of the park just before that I was surprised was given the West Adelaide way. But otherwise, I think it's been a very even game so far. Sturt probably had the better of the chances, but it seems like as soon as they're on the up, West Adelaide seem to peg them back with a chance of their own. So it's a very even game so far, which is great to see for the neutral.
Thank you, Alessio. Cross back down to you a bit later on. Gonzalo Rodriguez out to Sutini. Munro. Sutini tracks back. Now playing it out wide. Can Sturt Lions get back and try and find a way back into this? Harrison Rogers just couldn't quite get there, as it was Felix on the ball for West Adelaide. Now trying to get it to the other end. Moroni just getting in front of Eduardo Castaneda.
Just having his pace tested a little bit. Michael Moroni and having to track back against some quick attackers. In that instance, Eduardo Castaneda.
Well, it's great to see these two teams coming out firing in this second half. Sortini trying to get it through back to Gonzalo Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Gonzalo Rodriguez. tongue twister. I haven't been that tongue-tied in a long time. Done too much talking this week.
Another chance here for Sturt Lions. They got the overlap option on the right-hand side.
Now, Sturt trying to find a pathway through on that right-hand side. Goes back to Duffy. A lot of experience that have played in grand finals across both these two sides today, so he's going to need it, especially if they go to extra time. If it does remain one piece or drawn at all after full time, after the next 40 minutes, no one can get in front. There will be extra time played and then penalties if need be.
I think it's moments like this that you see the fact that it is a bit of a heavy pitch at the moment once they're distributing it, I guess, from the back Sturt Lions, both between the defenders into the wide positions too. There's not quite as much zip on the ball. And in this instance, kind of favouring West Adelaide, who have a little bit more time to press, but they managed to clear in that instance. And what can Sturt Lions create?
Playing it out back to Moroney, who finds Lessie. Played last year with Burks. Now Moroney just getting a little bit pulled down. Now it's on the other end. Come flying in. Rogers again does very well. Back on the ball, and it's going to be out. It just went out.
That was a shove and a half.
Wow. What if we get a replay of that? And then Shimpad out again. Flying out from Felix. Either he needs to get a strap on that, or I reckon he might need tighter socks, maybe.
Do I need to revisit my point from the first half? Ankle support and tape around the top is the way to go. We shouldn't have rogue shin pads.
Yeah.
Back in mind, eh?
How old are you?
Younger than Michael Moroney. Should probably suss out his shin pads. Yeah, he's got the socks up. That's a man from Gen Y if I've ever seen one.
Yep. What generation am I? There we go. There's that big push and shove once again.
Yeah, you're a Gen Y too, Johnny. You're probably too old to play with these, with some of the youngsters, I think, as well.
Yep.
There's a couple old heads on the field, though. You won't look too out of place, but I reckon the younger fellas might be running circles around you.
I'm sure Michael Moroney will be running rings around me. Gonzalo Rodriguez sends it across the face, and it's an own goal! Gonzalo Rodriguez scored 2 in the last grand final now. Helps his side get back in front to make it 2-1 over West Adelaide.
Yeah, he sent it into the centre expecting one of his own players to get onto it, but surprisingly, it was one of the opposite shirts. I think that final touch coming off Cairo Felix. I'll probably be able to confirm that in a moment when the replay does come.
But, wow.
But, I mean, there are times where you just got to send it into a danger zone. Yeah, it looks like the target was Harrison Rogers heading towards the back post, but didn't make it as far as him.
And here's Felix, the man whose shin pad's been going rogue all throughout the game, but in that moment there, just couldn't compose himself and unfortunately got on the wrong end of the ball. There could be a substitution happening very soon for Sturt Lions. We'll cross down to Alessio in a moment to find out more about that. But what a second half start for Sturt Lions. Managing to get back into this game. Gonzalo Rodriguez did very well to get the ball into a great position. And despite not having a teammate to be on the end of it, just made the most of it and got the own goal. It doesn't matter how it's in the back of the net as long as it is for their sake. Gonzalo Rodriguez, Atkinson.
Well, West Adelaide are just trying to put him on some immediate pressure straight away as well. It only took them a minute from kickoff last time to equalise. I mean, they've lasted the initial minute now, Sturt.
We'll cross down to Alessio Carocci on the sideline. Alessio, any substitutions being ready to be made?
Interestingly enough, just after that goal came past, there was a few of the older heads here at Sturt just come back to the coach as they were celebrating to let him know maybe get a sub warm. I think it's Ed Elton who's been sent to go through his... Jacob Watson, is the one. It looks like he's down there now, and Ed Elton. So I think that is potentially for Lachlan Duffy. Of course, he did say he came into this game off an injury, which he'd missed the last few weeks with, and maybe that's just lingered a bit after that goal, and it potentially means he might need to be substituted later on here. But as long as he's featured in this fine, I'm sure he's very happy, and to do the best thing for his team is to get someone who's fit and ready to come on for these last second half minutes.
Thanks, Alessio. See how that substitution goes very soon, if it does get made. Now, it is Alex Simopoulos and Felix behind the ball at the moment. Can they produce something? It's Cairo Felix who scored the own goal, trying to get his team back a favour. It's Atkinson, gets his foot on the ball. Now Gonzalo Rodriguez makes a run through. He's got a few options to choose from. He's got Satini making a run as well. Will he cross it in? Does so. A head off Duffy. It's across the face. Munro, sorry. And it's gone astray for Sturt Lions. Atkinson.
They look like they're cooking now a little bit, Sturt, having a little bit of confidence. Nathan Munro with a beautiful header. Fortunately, recipient not there, but they might be for this one.
And then it's cleared out again from Dion Kirk. Satini lurking once again, eager to try and get on the score sheet. As we watch that replay once again from Munro moments ago. And it just went across the face. Well, it looks like there may be a few more minutes for Duffy on the park. And the substitution that Alessio was referring to earlier could be happening shortly. Maybe not before this corner to be taken first. It's Gonzalo Rodriguez.
Could be a bit of an opportunity here for Sturt Lions. They've been successful in getting ahead to it early on. This will come in with a right-footed in-swinger.
It's Rodriguez. Sends it in. A few heads in the area. Referee's waved it off. I think it was Michael Moroney that went down to ground.
Yeah, he was the target, but unfortunately just ran into sea of blue shirts in that instance. Another chance for Sturt Lions, though, possibly from this throw-in.
Well, just over 30 minutes still to play. Still anyone's game. Sent in deep with a throw. Still alive. Can they do something, West Adelaide? Atkinson. Back to Atkinson. Sturt Lions are really trying to push this lead further.
Get the feeling now as West Adelaide just try to dial things up a little bit and putting a bit of pressure on Sturt Lions, that Sturt Lions will just further, I guess, try to press their will and control the pace of the game and control possession. That's the impression that I get at the moment. Been a huge year for Sturt, of course. 19 wins, 1 draw and 2 losses, which is really, really impressive. Got that 3-2 win at Carinya in round 5 against West Adelaide. And the second time this fixture happened this year was in round 17. And that was a 1-1 draw in Kilburn. Lessie and Kato finding the back end there in that instance. You can just see the maturity that this side have in them. And, of course, with Fusco at the helm and Michael Moroney with 160 appearances in the A-League, over that, I believe, and even a Socceroos appearance. That's a huge asset to this team.
And sent in again from Lessie. Still alive for Sturt Lions. Will be offside in the end. Again. Dion Kirk. Take the free kick, or is he going to leave it for O'Donnell? He will leave it for his goalkeeper. Jackson O'Donnell, captain as well. Strong leader from behind. Out the back. Only had 9 clean sheets so far this season. Only 2 less than Malay on the other end for Sturt Lions. Both yet to hold one today. Well, not yet to. Both have not been able to. Gonzalo Rodriguez. Now, Sean Garrett goes for the shot again, but out wide once more. From the other side of the fence only years ago for the grand final. Tonight's getting an opportunity to try and be a part of history with the club that he grew up aspiring to be a part of. And just that's what moments like these are made for. These storylines of kids being at a game, watching their heroes play, and then years later they become a hero. Michael Maroney will be one of those heroes in many people's stories at his time at Adelaide United. Back in that 2016 grand final, bringing that experience into today's game as well. He finished off in a disappointing end that year as well. If you remember him on crutches at the celebrations, despite there being tears of joy, his was a little bit different, bittersweet, doing his Achilles that instance as well. But not long after that, he worked his way into the Sturt lineup and has been a star player in our local leagues ever since returning back to local football. There may be some substitutions coming shortly as well. We'll cross down to Alessio Croce on the sideline. Alessio, a bit of update going on at the moment?
Yeah, it looked like they are delaying that Sturt one for Lachlan Duffy, but for West Adelaide, it looked like they're readying young Omari Felix. I think the brother of Cairo, who's playing at left back tonight, might break for this chance.
And now, ball over for Golan, but Maroney does well to get there first. Malay, got to be careful here, and he gets it! Golan gets a double! It's the equalizer for West Adelaide! Malay had an absolute shocking moment there. He hesitated, and then they've made the most of it. And West Adelaide have found their way back into it for a second time today. And wowie, it is Golan that managed to do it again.
Again, back on level terms. And at the 62nd minute, once again, after building up a little bit of momentum, looking the more impressive for the last period of time, Sturt Lions concede. And again, West Adelaide just show what a force they are on the counter-attack.
And just watch this, Malay made a mistake there, I think. Hesitated for a moment, but Golan saw it and made the most of that moment. And now just they're reaping the rewards, West Adelaide. 2 apiece now. They're doing it the hard way to stay in this game. Going back from behind twice now. Once in that first half, again in the second half. This could be a great second half of football still to come. Just under 30 minutes of play left to go. Both these two sides now have scored 2 goals each. And we could be in for a thrilling game of football for the remaining 27 minutes. Now it's whipped in. West Adelaide need to respond. At the back, it's Munro. Now that response from West Adelaide, could they give them a little bit of a resurgence back into this game to lift them up? At the back to Duffy. Malay, now you can hear the cries from the fans as it gets near him just to try and put him off his game. That's what you love about football.
This has put a bit of a spring in the step of West Adelaide. To be honest, leading up to that goal was all one-way traffic. Sort of most of the time being up front for Sturt Lions, but just with that opportunistic counter-attack, finding the back of the net, they're back in this game. And with probably about half an hour to go, on level terms, of course, cup football means the chance of additional time and even a penalty shootout as well. So if we do see things locked up at 90 minutes, there'll be more to come.
Well, now it's Jun Otta. Tries to cross it in. Little slight deflection, but falls in the hands of Malay. It's good to see this young goalkeeper. In those moments, you have a little blunder. Can't let it get a hold of you. That's where that experience in Jackson O'Donnell just comes in. He knows what it's like to just be in these moments. You have a little blunder, you got to get back on it, because if you have another one and start letting it go, it could be all over for your side. Got to compose yourself and get back into this game.
Well, only 19 years of age, Malay, so more inexperience of the two keepers. Nonetheless, he's got some very experienced defenders just in front of him as well.
Samopoulos looking to whip it in. Now it's Sortini with a run through, looking for Gonzalo Rodriguez as Jackson O'Donnell tracks back into goals. It's gone out wide, just delaying it a little bit, but Gonzalo Rodriguez gets on his right, back onto his left as well. Can he cross it in? Hesitates once more, and it's into the area. Atkinson's got to chase it back. It's enough for West Adelaide.
Love it when a player decides to just back himself in and control the ball, hold it up, draw the defender. Just trying to mess up with the defensive setup a little bit there. And that's exactly what the experienced Argentine did there. Second highest goal scorer this year for Sturt Lions. 8 during the regular season. Been with them for a period of time. I believe it was in late 2019 that he came. As always, Alessio has all the facts, so I might go back to you, Alessio, with what you just told me in your ear.
I'll go back to him in just a moment. I reckon we'll wait for this play to play out as West Adelaide just have to defend here against Sturt. And it's mainly Barnett on the ball, but we'll cross down to Alessio very quickly. Alessio, tell us about the info you have.
Yeah, Gonzalo Rodriguez talking about, we actually commentated him last week in that Salisbury game where he scored his 71st goal in, I think, only 109 games for Sturt Lions. He came halfway through 2019 and left them after they got relegated.
And it's an opportunity for Sturt Lions off the upright. And the follow-up, it's in the hands of Jackson O'Donnell. Wow. They almost got back into this, Sturt Lions. And now it's back on the end. Lessie. Gonzalo Rodriguez tries to cross it through, cross the face of goal. It's alive. Sturt Lions with his second shot. It's off the line. Beautifully defended from West Adelaide. And it was Luka Dobrovolsky who did very well on the line as we watch the replay.
The sort of defending that you expect to see from big grand final games like this, the moments that matter, and did really well.
Stretches his leg out and just does enough.
From this angle, it looked really, really close. Would have been curious to see it from that line, how close it was, and here's a chance.
Atkinson to take the corner off his left, whips it in. Nice and deep. Now Moroney, he's tracking in. Couldn't get there, but will win the foul though. Now it's starting to heat up down here. ServiceFM Stadium. 2 apiece between these two sides. It's ever so tight. West Adelaide just really fighting back whenever they let go of a lead. Atkinson. And look at that sun setting. Beautifully pink skies over Adelaide tonight.
It's a little bit eerie almost.
Yeah. Well, some could say, depending on your colour grading on your TV, could be orange, could be a sign. And it's whipped into the deep. It's on the Sortini. Sends it deep. Skies are orange for Sturt Lions, maybe. And we'll cross back down to Alessio. Alessio, just where were you moments ago?
Yeah, I was trying to finish that stat on Gonzalo. Yeah, so he came halfway through 2019 and went all the way through to the end of the 2023 season where he had his best year in the top flight with, I think, 14 league goals or 12 maybe. And then he left, went back to his homeland, Argentina, for 2024 season and rejoined the club in the last half of the season this year when Soy Sakani was suspended. So, yeah, he's back at the club this year and he's got one of the best goals-to-game ratios of any player in any of the leagues, 71 in 109. I think it's 110th tonight. He's not going to get that 72nd with the goal that went as an own goal, but we are going to see a sub here as well just as I'm down here. Looks like it is going to be Amali Felix. And Eduardo Castaneda is going to be the one to make way, it looks like.
Thank you for that, Alessio. So goal number 72 could be on the way for Gonzalo Rodriguez tonight. So he scored 6 so far this season, 2 in the final series. And assisting with that own goal tonight as well. It's across the face. Over the top, sorry, not. Great play. West Adelaide. The ball goes through. So, 71 goals in his career here in South Australia. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's an amazing number. 34 years of age now, so he's not the spring chicken he once was, but for him to get a bit of time playing back in Argentina and to come back with additional experience is huge for Sturt Lions. And again, just love the way that he holds up the ball and just draws out defenders and creates opportunities with it.
Harrison Rogers does well to win the ball back over Felix. So now that man, Gonzalo Rodriguez, wins the corner for his side. And then there seems to be a sign held up over that side of the pitch as well. Can't quite see what it is, but there's a young kid there. It's great to see. He's running to the corner. There it is.
If he holds it still, we might be able to read it.
Yeah, face the camera. Across the face, fist off from Jackson O'Donnell. It's still alive. Gonzalo Rodriguez goes for the shot again from distance.
Difficult ball to deliver in. He was on the run off his left boot, but ultimately just ended up getting stopped in traffic. Looks like he'll head up again to support this attack, but the whistle puts a stop to that. 71 minutes gone now, 2-2, so the prospect of additional time and obviously following that, penalties
and the
possible.
6 offside as well for Sturt Lions, interesting enough. So been caught off a few times so far in these opening 72 minutes. And looks like that substitution for West Adelaide will be happening now as well. So Amali Felix will be coming on. And Eduardo Castaneda, who came into the squad for James Oldenwalder, who had a hand operation earlier this week. Broke his hand in the first week of finals against Cumberland United. A player of his stepped on his hand, broke a bone, and he played through for the last few weeks, but only until he got told that he had to have the operation on Tuesday. So has put him out of the game today. Tried his best to be here. And now Golan, the man is on to a hat-trick. Can he do something? Now West Adelaide really peppering it at the goal. And in the end, it's gone out for a goal kick. But West Adelaide eager to get back into this game. They haven't yet led in this game yet. They've had to come back from behind twice. And now they want to try and do something here in Malay.
Well, they're capable of winding up the intensity really quickly. As we've seen, the counter-attack is their specialty. And if they can just keep that energy output over the next 20 minutes, then they may find themselves in front for the first time tonight.
How amazing is that sunset over South Australia? Jeffs Cross, beautiful place to be tonight. The HPG Homes State League 1 Grand Final. And now Sturt, very well done. He's trying to make the run through.
Some footwork.
Rogers out to Atkinson from a distance where he shot earlier and got a goal. But this instance wasn't quite enough with a deflection out for a goal, corner kick. Atkinson on fire tonight. Well, it's Atkinson to take the corner.
I think Atkinson probably had a bit of a sense of deja vu. Having a bit of time to wind that up, just loose on the edge of the 18-yard box off his left foot, and we'll see what his left foot can do now too.
It's Atkinson, Jacob Atkinson to take the corner. Sends it in deep. There's a couple of heads in the box. Gonzalo Rodriguez settles it once, and again, great defending from West Adelaide, and it's still alive. Can they do something here, Sturt Lions? But they can't just yet. West Adelaide are really trying to get themselves into this game. They've worked hard to get back into it twice, and they're defending harder to not let it go again. And now it's on the other end. Ball through to Amali Felix. Sends it across. It's Golan, the man who scored 2 already. And he plays it out. And then the shot there pushed out wide for Sturt Lions. Now Sturt on the run.
Well, this is interesting. It's Sturt Lions on the counter now.
Sortini sends it over for Gonzalo Rodriguez, who couldn't quite get there in the end.
Yeah, he raised a foot to try to stop it. It wasn't going to be enough, just a little bit over the head. Yeah, just an instance of Sturt Lions on the counter-attack, which we haven't seen a lot of tonight, to be honest.
Well, Well, so they'll be proud of their performance so far, just their resilience to get back into this game twice. Last time these two teams met throughout the season, it was a 3-2 win for Sturt Lions. And a 1-1 draw between the two sides as well. None of tonight's goal scorers have scored in these fixtures so far this season. Which makes it all that much more interesting. It was goal. Oh no, it wasn't goal. And scored the own goal. I was going to say he has scored a hat trick, but one was an own goal, but it wasn't. It was Felix. Oh, massive challenge here. Mark Moroney just retaliating. And that's the Amari Felix who just came on, getting taken out. And he's going to be spoken to as well from referee Tom Brinkworth, experienced referee. Just got the call up recently to the Australian Championship match officials panel. So knows how to handle big games like this as well. So it will be a yellow card. And then we watch that challenge. Oh,
that was a nasty challenge.
Jeez.
Nasty challenge from the youngster who's spent some time with Comets under 18s and reserves set up, who have got a pretty successful system there at Comets, so he comes from good stock. Of course, Cairo Felix, a former Para Hills player, I believe played some games with them this season.
Now, the free kick to be taken. Can Sturt Lions get back into this game for a third time tonight? On the free kick, sends it in deep. And now, just outside the box. It's dealt with just only as far as Harrison Rogers. He has to track back slightly to get back onto the ball. And then this game, 13 minutes still remaining. Atkinson playing it back. That sunset, absolutely beautiful down there, isn't it? It's what you love. Saturday night football. It's beautiful sunsets. Great game of football as well to be played. And now it's Kato. Kato sends it in, across the face of goal. Atkinson's there. First touch a little bit heavy, but gets it back for the second.
Here we go again. Sturt Lions on the attack, on the counter attack once more. They do look a little bit lost when they're doing it. Some mishits, but in that case it does eventually find its recipient.
And it's Garrett on the edge of the box. And it's Sotini over the area, but man, they are trying to get back into this, Sturt Lions. And the shots galore happening. It's fantastic to see as we watch our replay as well. And just the way he sends it over.
From the angle that we initially saw it at, it curled in really nicely from Sortini.
And that angle looks a bit different.
Well, from where I'm looking, it definitely curled in aggressively and looked like it was going to be threatening for a moment. A real Sturt Lions veteran, 11th season at the club. Wouldn't it be big for him if he could put them at the summit of South Australian football again at the end of 2025? Well, we know they're at Summit. It's all about finding out what they can do there next year.
Dobrovolsky. Two between these two sides. Could be heading to extra time. There's calls from fans for a penalty, but the right call's been made by Tom Brinkworth. And then we watch that replay once again. He just did look like he lost his footing. And then there's a couple of subs about to be made at the moment now for Sturt Lions. Jake Watson, who Alessio referred to earlier, that he would be coming on by the looks of things. But we'll find out who they'll be replaced with shortly. And there's a few things going on the sideline. We do apologise. There are microphones close to the park. And there will be that substitution happening now as well. So we will see them being made coming off is Lachlan Duffy and Munro as well. Both had good games so far today. And Jacob Watson coming on alongside Alfredo Silvestri, who's also known as Harry Silvestri, which I found out prior to the game as well, that he's known as Harry. We tried to work out why it's Harry, and on the team sheet it's known as Alfredo, and we found out that he's a massive Harry Potter fan and he tells everyone to call him Harry. So there it is. So Harry Silvestri is on at the moment. So John Fusco gave us a bit of insight earlier as well. And now it's Harrison Rogers sends it in. Sotini with the follow-up, and it's gone out for a goal kick. And we'll cross down to Alessio Carocci, who spent some time at Sturt Lions as well, and also I think he spent some time at school with Harry Silvestri.
Yeah, he might have been in the juniors or maybe in the 18s when I was there at Sturt. But yeah, I went to school with him as well, Harry, at Mercedes College. And yeah, I only knew him as Harry. I didn't know that until I saw him dribble that is named as Alfredo. But yeah, another youngster who's come through the juniors here at Sturt Lions, and he's been here for quite a number of years as well. So it's good to see him, another one, make an appearance in a big grand final for Sturt. I'm sure he would have been one of those youngsters in the early days at Highmarsh in 2017 too.
Absolutely. And my naivety, I just said, when I asked about why it was Harry, and I thought it was because of his red hair, but no. But just a reference to Harry Potter with, what's the character's name with red hair? Ron Weasley, that's it. Ron Weasley. I'm not a really big Harry Potter fan. I haven't watched
I'm surprised at the staying power of that nickname, to be honest. Imagine to have the same nickname all the way through high school, and it's seeing you through to senior football.
Well, I loved Pengu as a kid, so I didn't tell people to call me Pengu, though.
The thing about nicknames is they usually find you.
Yes, they do. I've got a few now, but maybe not to mention on the broadcast. And there he is, Harry Silvestri. It actually rolls off the tongue beautifully, though, Harry Silvestri.
Yeah, it's not the most... yeah, it's a good one. Rolls off the tongue decently, yeah. I'd say.
What's your favourite movie?
Favourite movie? Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
Favourite movie of all time. If you haven't watched it, put it on your list.
So... And now, just since I was going to say, no, you'd be known as Goodfellas Jimenez.
And yours, Johnny?
I don't watch movies.
Oh, okay.
I do like Bender Like Beckham, though. That was a good movie. Actually, Hairspray was good as well.
Yeah, right. You got a different taste in movies to me.
Don't mind a good musical. And now, nice little run through for... Oh, Jackson O'Donnell comes out perfectly in that instance. Goalkeeper just reads it well. He's done that so many times throughout today's game in these 83 minutes. Composed in the moments that matter.
Yeah, that's the moments where you see his experience really coming into play.
And there's Harry there with his red hair, just walked off camera. Sorry to cut you off there, Simon. Just thought I'd make the moment.
That's all right. And we now know how the nickname grows.
Moroney. Atkinson from distance sends it in to the area. Felix with a quick clearance. Michael Moroney to take the throw. We heard earlier through the week on my TV show, The Local Game, that he, after full time, he'll be running down the tunnel to go brush his teeth.
Well, the way we're going, full time, there might be more football to play. So unless he's quick, he may not have time to give himself a quick refresh for additional time and possibly pens. Yeah, we're talking about rituals and these little superstitions before. That's why you can't have them. You don't know what's going to be thrown at you last minute.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's really a superstition in that instance. Oh my God! Wowee! What a save! Jackson O'Donnell's reflexes on that man tonight has been incredible. And now be a corner for the Sturt Lions. And when we get an instant, to watch that replay once again would be incredible to see. The reaction time from Jackson O'Donnell just saved his side from going down once again for a third time. On the edge of the area, Sortini calmly puts it in, and it's out for a goal kick.
Well, that was almost really dangerous. Just that touch on the back post. On the wrong side of it, though, in the end. Now a chance for Jackson O'Donnell to clear. Just reset the team as after a couple of dangerous moments from the corners.
Well, hopefully we can watch a replay of that goal, that save in the moment, because that was class from Jackson O'Donnell. Just the way he reacted so quickly. Malay. Maroney cleans it back up. Gonzalo Rodriguez is lurking as well. Falls to Lessie. Dobrovolsky with the head. Jun Ota. Gonzalo Rodriguez comes in with the slide. Dobrovolsky one better. And now, West Adelaide look to go forward. And Marley Felix. Luca Fabrizio. Stylish TikToker. Back on the ball. Through to Golan. He scored 2. Can he set one up? Almost. Malay with a great save for the highlights reel.
Well, that could even be save of the game there from Malay. Absolutely flew. There's a great slip into Golan there to receive it, and then that final ball in the middle.
Oh.
That touch in the end from Rovu Boyers was great for the Solomon Islands International. He's played plenty football all over the world. Not able to find the back of the net. Yes. But a chance from the corner here for West Adelaide.
Wow, and there's that one there from Jackson O'Donnell as well. Just 2 saves in the matter of minutes. There's Jaden Betterman just lines up. There's no better man than that referee. Simopoulos with the corner. Sends it in. It's gone out for a goal kick.
Well, that was a bit of a testy moment at the back there for...
A what moment?
That was a bit of a testy moment there testing. Deal with. Just from a keeping point of view, didn't quite look strong enough to deal with that. I mean, they do end up with a goal kick, but didn't quite seem like the most confident moment. West Adelaide just pushed up. Numbers long, Sturt rather.
It's Harry Silvestri on the ball. Just a heavy touch. Jackson O'Donnell finds his way into his palms. We could be heading to extra time now. 2 minutes away from any additional time to be added. Just slipped there on the end there, Jackson O'Donnell. And there's slipping happening everywhere at the moment. All areas of the park. Lessie, Tanasi Lessie. Felix gets in the way. Does well for West Adelaide. Now they look to go on the counter. Can they push up forward? West Adelaide, and Maroney does well to clear it out. I'm sorry, not Maroney. In that instance.
Amali Felix was gesturing for that one in the middle. He wanted that ball in the 18-yard box so he could slip it in. And I think, in terms of momentum, as this game is getting late, I think it's West Adelaide at the moment. So we're looking down the barrel of some additional time. And I get the sense that Sturt Lions, their chat with full-time will be just to try to wrestle back control of this game a little bit. Try to dictate more, the more space and ability they give to West Adelaide to attack quickly.
Well, West Adelaide,
the more dangerous it could be for them.
It will be important for West Adelaide as a club to win today's game. Obviously, their club as a whole had their women in the grand final, in the final series, but couldn't quite make the grand final. But they won the premiership this year, undefeated. Incredible. And they were lucky enough to have all their senior sides, from under 18s to reserves to the seniors in the men's side, and also the reserves and seniors in their women's side, all 5 making the finals this year. So incredible effort from West Adelaide as a whole. But tonight, to cap it off with a grand final championship, would be the way to end in the eyes of the board at West Adelaide. I'm sure the players will agree as well, but Atkinson might have another say about that. Fabrizio. Otta with a long ball over. Now the run comes on for Kato, but they couldn't quite link up there with the offside being called.
I'm glad you brought up the grand finals there a moment ago, because I think that's a point worth making in the context of this game too. We said at the start how, in terms of promotion consequences, it is a bit of a dead rubber. We know both these sides are going up. However, West Adelaide, after their amazing season, to not end up as champions, I mean, try to tell them that the grand final is irrelevant. It'd be massive, of course, for celebration for West Adelaide if the men manage to get it done, just to really put a stamp on their promotion year.
The 4 minutes has just been added from the fourth official. I'm sure if they do win tonight, I'm sure that 1 ton will be going to 2 tons of chicken being cooked on the barbecue. There's Harry Silvestri on the ball. Goes for the shot himself, Harry Silvestri! Oh my God, he's put it out wide.
That was a shot and a half from young Harry there. It was from a similar sort of zone where it was struck from Jacob Atkinson, but at the opposite end of the park earlier. In this instance, it was off Silvestri's right foot. And that was a rocket, came from nowhere. Took one touch to just adjust, found his feet, launched it, and it was just wide of the post in the end, but what an attempt. Got to be honest, I haven't seen a lot of him playing, but I wouldn't have expected a rocket like that coming off his foot. A little bit unassuming.
Well, he almost cast a spell against West Adelaide with that one. Little Harry Potter kind of
Johnny. Well, here's the chance to wave his wand again.
Harry Silvestri sends it in. Gonzalo Rodriguez gets ahead to it. But it's gone straight to the hands of O'Donnell.
I don't think you could have timed a worse slip there from Rodriguez. Just he was about to connect with it. Just slipped and unable to capitalise. But here on the counter again is Silvestri. Beautiful slip to the player on his overlap. Ball
now
comes
Harrison
in.
Rogers goes for a shot. And Jackson O'Donnell composes himself well.
Well taken again by Sturt Lions.
And now again, it's Barnett. It's across. He's lining it up. The shot! And it's just gone a little bit too wide for him. But he lines it up nicely. Gonzalo Rodriguez, you could just see him raring to go. He saw the ball coming towards him. But just in the end, the execution just wasn't quite there.
One of those balls that came in just like it was in slow motion. You saw him wind up and he was just ready to snap that hip over. Unfortunately, ball not coming off like he would have liked to. But a couple of opportunities in the last couple of minutes for Sturt Lions to put their nose in front. But it looks at this point like additional time's inevitable.
Now, Sturt Lions just really trying to compose themselves at the back. Atkinson comes in, slides. Now West Adelaide get the free kick in a dangerous area now for West Adelaide. So, only two... Oh, no, we're almost done with the additional time. 94th minute being played now. And yeah, it was Golan, the goal scorer that was taken out. Scored 2 goals.
Well, late opportunity here for West Adelaide. It's from a long way out, so who knows what they can do from here.
Rovi Boyers as well. It's only those close-ups when you see Melee as well, you realise how young he actually is, only 19 years old. But you see that number, but just looking at him, the experience and what that he's shown tonight as well. I think incredible. This boy is. A little bit of a swing on it, but it's gone out. And there it is. Extra time will be added now. 2 minutes of 15-minute halves. 2 halves of 15 minutes will be played in extra time. No one yet to win the game. 2-2 between these two teams. And West Adelaide working hard to get back into this game 2 times so far tonight. First goal from Sturt Lions with a quick reaction time of about 20 to 30 seconds after kickoff to get back into it for West Adelaide from Golan. And then a second goal for Sturt Lions, which was an own goal with a great cross in from Gonzalo Rodriguez. Resulted in another comeback needed from West Adelaide, which they worked on very quickly. And there it is. Quick chat from both these two teams. A lot of work still to be done. Another 30 minutes of play as we have a look at what's going on. We may use this time to cross down to Alessio Croce on the sideline. Alessio, mate, what's been going on down there in these last few minutes?
I'm just having a look at both of the huddles, and from the West Adelaide point of view, it looks like Castaneda's leading some of the talking to for this extra time at the moment. And for the Sturt Lions one, it looks like Fusco's given his final directions for a few. They're really threatening those last 10-15 minutes to finish this game. But now that West Adelaide got another 30 minutes to deal with that as well and try and mount an attack on their own. But it looks like at the moment, no substitutions that I can see from either side going into this half. And it doesn't look like anybody's getting any extra attention from the physios either to try and prolong them. Or no, maybe there is one from West Adelaide actually. Just having a look. It is Connor Golan getting the dual physio treatment there on his hamstrings. I don't know if the cameraman can maybe catch that, but he's got 2 of the volunteer physios there working on one hamstring each, while for Sturt Lions everyone's up and about and getting those gels in and making sure they can. I'm sure for both teams they probably want to complete this before it goes to penalties, because the longer the night goes, I think the longer some of these sore bodies are going to end up. But that's all from me about down here.
Thank you, mate. And I know what they're probably doing as well, rubbing his legs, going, score another goal, score a hat-trick is what I'm pretty sure they're doing at the moment. But look at that, West Adelaide, Sturt Lions as well. Just in the middle of that huddle is Jonathan Fusco, the head coach. But let's have a look at those goals as well. There's that own goal that got scored earlier. Gonzalo Rodriguez, a really good cross in. He was looking for the target in Harrison Rogers, but he will take Felix as that one to score the goal for him, even though it is an own goal. But the reaction time straight after that wasn't as quick as the first one to get back into this game, but it came through this little mistake, hesitation there from
I think I found what that sign is for as well.
And got that goal there, Golan. The second goal to get the brace. And what a way to do so as well. But you'd be disappointed. Both of these come from mistakes. Both of these 2 goals in the second half. First 2 were class. Second 2 were a bit more of a mistake and taking the moment and making the most of it, Simon. But as a player, though, and as a coach, you'll be taking it no matter what.
Absolutely. A goal's a goal. And, I mean, it was the thing that locked up this game and put it into additional time. Yeah, I think Sturt definitely had the momentum towards the end, but I guess West Adelaide with that late free kick, I think it's still well and truly anyone's game. Alessio's down at the pitch. You mentioned before that he's got some further information around the sign. Any chance you can enlighten us, Alessio?
Yeah, I think it must be some very happy fans of Nathan Munro, some of these kids down here. They got his attention there because he's off now at the moment, so he could acknowledge them while he was in that huddle just on the outside. So I'm not sure if he's related or maybe uncle to one of them, but yeah, there's some fans of Nathan Munro.
Get him to put it up again. We've got the camera on him, so get him to put it up.
Here you go, can you see him?
15 goals for Nathan Munro this year, league's top scorer, so maybe he should earn himself some new fans. There's the sign.
There's a sign.
He's gone from the other side of the pitch to this one.
Munro, Sturt. There we go. They're on the camera, and they're on the big screen as well. They're absolutely loving it. Just saw themselves up there. This is what it's all about, isn't it? Sturt Lions.
Loving themselves. They wanted me to let them know, put them on the screen. Are we on TV or are we not? But yeah, they're happy for that. Sure, they're going to save this one.
You deserve a sign yourself, Alessio, for that, having their back.
Yeah. Maybe I deserve one of the lollies that they got from the break.
I'm looking forward a little bit, Alessio, but who would you favour out of these 2 teams should it come to pens?
Oh, penalties, I'm very not sure. I don't think I've seen... Oh, Sturt did actually have some good luck in penalties when they were in the MPL last. They beat Metro Stars and South Adelaide on back-to-back in final series. For West Adelaide, I'm not quite sure, but in terms of extra time, which we got ahead of us first, I think I would say West Adelaide have probably got a bit of a stronger bench to come on and maybe change things, but the players on the park at the moment for Sturt Lions are the ones they can trust to get through it. I mean, we still haven't seen that Gonzalo Rodriguez goal. Sortini hasn't really had too many siders, so I think they've got the men on the park to deal with that, and West Adelaide as well. They've brought on a couple of subs in that second half, but they've got a few more on the bench if they're leading to go that way, but I think it could go either way, and I hope it gets done in extra time.
Thank you, Alessio. Yes, I hope so too. I'm a bit tired.
Come on, it's Saturday night. You haven't got work tomorrow.
And get underway is Sortini. Sturt Lions kicking to the right of your screens here tonight for this first half of extra time. 30 minutes still to be played between these two sides to try and break it up and find themselves the champions for 2025.
Alessio alluded to it before. You feel like Rodrigo's due one. He was really close on a couple of different occasions in the last 5 minutes or so of regular time. Will additional time to see him finally rewarded. Sturt will take a long throw-in. In fact, they'll even take a run-up.
There's Michael Moroney. Looks like he's wet his hair at half-time.
God, he took a deep breath for this one. Let's see what he's got.
Maybe when he rinsed his teeth after brushing his teeth, he stuck his head under the water as well.
Get another go at it now.
And now it's Michael Moroney again to take the throw. We'll go long this time. Ish. On the edge of the area. Back to Moroney. We'll get a chance to cross it back in by foot. Sends it in deep. His head's there, but it's gone straight out for a goal kick.
The height advantage is convincing to Sturt Lions. They haven't managed to get on. Well, I think earlier they received a couple of headers in the 18-yard box, but I don't believe one of those resulted in a goal as of yet. But a couple of near opportunities.
Now, sent in again. Bit of work still to be done. Half an hour, just under, left to go in this game. Both these two teams eager to win a grand final. Hasn't been a while for both these two teams. Not as long for West Adelaide, who won back in 2022. But a little bit longer, from 5 years for West Adelaide. For Sturt Lions, my apologies. You can see the tired legs out on the park with the heading into that 92nd minute. And it's tied tongues up here as well. Atkinson sends it in deep. It's gone out for a goal kick this time round. Now, 93 minutes of play gone. 27 minutes remaining. It'll start to get interesting soon as well. As legs start to get a little bit tired, players will start to wear down, but both teams have a few subs still to make. Only the one sub made for West Adelaide so far, and just the two for Sturt Lions as well. So there's still plenty of fresh legs still to come on. But it'll be interesting to see who, or if any, they do bring on. Gonzalo Rodriguez. Sortini back to Rodriguez. Looking to find it. Pathway on the right. Through Harrison Rogers. Felix is there. Out to Gato. Atkinson with a foot in the way. It's beautifully run now. Run through the middle. West Adelaide Get it from Gato. Now, Ota, who sends it into the area. Sturt Lions quick to clear it. Harry Silvestri.
He's got the Jets on Silvestri now, just trying to open up a passage on that right-hand side. Got support coming on the left too. Sturt Lions just seem to have lifted the urgency a little bit. I just saw you pointing, Johnny. It might have been to the West Adelaide player that's on the ground, just on the edge of the 18-yard box, the front 18-yard box.
Well, now it looks like Sturt Lions still going to try and make the most of this. Rogers sends it in deep, but it's into the hands of Jackson O'Donnell, who points to his teammate as well, say, go and check up on him. And I can't quite see who it is from this angle, but we'll have a look with this camera angle if they do zoom in close enough. It might be, is it you, Gato?
I'm not too sure. It looks like a bit of an ankle complaint from what I can see here. And he's gesturing for a change, so doesn't look great. We can almost see the number.
No, it wasn't you, Gato. It's Boyers, actually.
Oh, he's a player that you'd rather have if it comes to penalties. Solomon Islands international, 32 years of age, 12 goals during the regular season.
You wouldn't pick he's 32 years of age.
I reckon it looks like another spring chicken.
No way, he's 32.
What's a 32-year-old look like?
Well, I'm 31. I don't look like that.
Not sure what to make of all that. Anyway, here's the change.
There's Tanasi Alessi coming up.
Well,
and it's
Montashami from FK Beergrad earlier this year. Chance to make a difference for Sturt here. There's a couple of tired-looking bodies. Just watching some of the West Adelaide players just stretch a little bit.
Six minutes of play gone. Now, Jackson O'Donnell in goals for West Adelaide tonight. The most experienced of the two. So if we do go to penalties, we say the experience will be on the upper hand for West Adelaide. And we will have a replay of that incident just there as well.
Boyers copied it again as soon as he came back on, and now he's gone down. I was about to give you the update and say he'd gone back on, but straight away he's back on the ground. But and he's back to his feet. Looks like he's fine to continue. Or at least he'll suck it up.
Oh no, I get it now. We're the same age. And then another free kick. Moroni quick to take it. No wasting time here. Falls to Gonzalo Rodriguez. Cuts through the middle. Plays it back to Barnett. He's looking to go forward. Through to Harrison Rogers. Now with Lessie. Not Lessie, sorry. And now Harry, who sends it over.
Another slip in the 18-yard box.
Mohamed Watashami it was, sorry. And there will be another substitution again. Alexander Simopoulos coming off for tonight. And it's Grelly as well, making his way back on. Hasn't scored this year, but coming on to help his team try and get a goal to finish off this game.
He came on in the 86th minute last week. He was formerly with Adelaide City. He was a bit of a fringe player for the first team. I believe he had a couple of games. I'm not sure if he had any starts. If so, they would have been a little bit minimal, but what difference can he make deep in this game?
Chill coming over here at ServiceFM Stadium.
We've got players dropping like flies at the moment. Another West Adelaide one goes down. Rodriguez maybe a little bit overzealous in trying to get that one, and it's look at Dobrovolsky that goes down on that occasion.
And now, it's Gato. Quick clearance from West Adelaide. From Sturt, sorry. Harry. Barnett coming up to take the throw in. 2 years ago, won the grand final with Adelaide Croatia Raiders at this very venue. Left him halfway through this season as captain, which was a sinking ship down there, unfortunately, for a very rich history for that club. But now he's here today to try and make more history for a new club. And it's sent over the crossbar. Again, what a great cross in. And the header there as well, perfectly timed. As we watch that replay once again. Wow.
Well, that time it was Rodriguez sending rather than receiving. Found the player in the middle. Not to be rewarded yet. There's been so many opportunities for Sturt Lions going forward. But West Adelaide have been really efficient with the opportunities they've been making the most of. Approaching the break between additional times.
Harry. I'm really loving that nickname now. And now it's on the other end. West Adelaide look to make a run through. It's quickly dealt with by West for Sturt Lions. It's broken down. Harrison Rogers sends it through to Harry Silvestri. Tries to cross it in across the face of goal to Gonzalo Rodriguez. Dobrovolsky. Now it's West Adelaide on the other side. A run through. Yuya Gato. Gato sends it in. And it's just a final touch from Amali Felix. Just didn't have anything on it. Didn't look too convincing at all. Now Sturt. It's really lucky in that instance because the build-up play wasn't too bad from West Adelaide. They're very eager to get back into this game now. Through ball for Harry Silvestri. Silvestri just couldn't get the cross in. As it comes off, deflected from Dion Kirk.
Super impressed by the pace on Silvestri and Rodriguez through the middle as well. On a couple of occasions over the last couple of minutes, you just see the two of them running forward. Silvestri trying to receive that forward ball and Rodriguez going to support.
Atkinson to take the corner. Well, if he can score at this moment, it's 2 minutes left in his first half. He's sent in. Dealt with from the defence of West Adelaide. Now, Sturt. Find Atkinson. He's fighting on with Cairo Felix. Have it back from Sotini. Now Garrett. Sean Garrett. Scored 4 goals. 1 in the final series as well. It'll be a goal kick in the end, but looks like there may be another substitution coming on very soon. But Alessio, I believe it's one of the players that were actually on the sideline watching as a junior when the last time Sturt were in the finals.
It is. It's young Sean Garrett who's going to come off, and it's going to be Ed Elton to replace him. So like for like, junior all the way through the ranks here for Sturt to come on. And I think there's a bit more of a defensive. He's mainly a left fullback, so I think he's playing left wing back in this system that Sturt Lions play, and he was right into the action now. But yeah, it's good to see. Definitely one from that 2017 grand final as a ball boy, and also as a teammate walking out with some of these boys back then as well. So it's good to see him enter the fray and maybe provide some spark off the bench.
And I've just been sent some photos of the sister of Malay, who's in goals tonight. The young goalkeeper, which we've been talking about a bit here this evening, Zalan Malay. His sister, Ilona Malay, who's also a goalkeeper as well for Adelaide United. She's nervous on the sideline. Just got a picture sent in to us.
As nervous as Castaneda was last night for his Metro teammates.
Former teammates.
Yes, former And it's funny, the message actually said, this is live footage of Illy Malay supporting her brother, not her LA United coach. So that'll be interesting come selection time for next year. As we see, great cross in, but in the end, just couldn't get there. Jun Ota. It's only 1 minute of time added on now, so not too much to go. But she's biting her fingers as well. Have a look at that photo. The tension is hard. It's tense out there. But it's amazing that family, they breed really good goalkeepers.
Well, it seems to happen in family units. They breed them in multiples.
Well, Jackson O'Donnell, he didn't have a goalkeeper brother, but he did have a brother in the side not long ago as well. Cooper O'Donnell.
Well, if you're a parent with a little bit of skill and you're passionate about the club, the least you can do is pump out as many kids as you can to make sure the next generation hasn't flushed with players. Hey,
Torre brothers have done that very well. And there it is, half-time. Half-time down here at ServiceFM Stadium of extra time. Still 2-2 for both these two teams. 15 minutes still to play. And then we could be heading to penalties, which will put it down to the now land of things. ServiceFM Stadium, it's Saturday night action. HPG home, State League 1 Grand Final. What a night of football. West Adelaide have held into this game after going down twice in the first and second half of normal time, but in this first half of extra time, no one's yet to find the back of the net. But West Adelaide are really finding their chances a little bit in this instance, but 15 minutes still to go. Tired legs now, these fresh players off the bench. It's really what's going to play that biggest part. There's been 4 subs now for Sturt Lions and only 2 used for West Adelaide. So they've still got a few in their bags to use. So it'll be interesting to see if they are tactical in regards to the penalties that could be happening in 15 minutes time. But it all comes down to these final 15 minutes now, Simon.
To be perfectly honest, I can't see Sturt Lions scoring in this next little bit. They've had the run of play. They had plenty of opportunities. But, yeah, it just doesn't seem like it's landing for them. You know, West Adelaide's opportunities have been fewer and far between, but that's just the sense I get at the moment. However, we'll see what happens. If Sturt Lions can keep creating opportunities, maybe their luck will eventually turn and they can capitalise. But for me, I think we may be seeing pens, and I think we may have a sub coming in a moment, Johnny.
It looks like Joel Sanderson coming on for West Adelaide. So they look like they're about to make that very soon. Just waiting for a moment. It's very last minute. And it's going to be Felix coming off. O'Malley Felix, who came on earlier. So O'Malley Felix, one of the substitutions, has now been coming off.
Substitution for West Adelaide. Coming off number 4, O'Malley Felix.
Yes.
Replaced by number 3, Joel Sanderson.
Well, Sanderson came on last week in the 77th minute. He's 35 years of age, so experienced. So maybe West Adelaide's preparing them for penalties and maybe thinking that they probably prefer their chances with a bit of an older player.
How old is he?
35 years of age.
Is that your age?
Almost. Almost. Doesn't have the privilege of that many years just yet. But he'll get there, don't worry.
And now kicked off West Adelaide. Now Sturt Lions. They've got a bit of work to do now. They've taken the lead twice in this game tonight, but they have to hold on to it. It's Harry Silvestri working hard in the area. And in the end goes out.
Another Rodriguez and Silvestri collab again. And I'm a big fan of Rodriguez's feet. I noticed in that first additional period, it was mainly, I guess, Silvestri's pace that was opening up opportunities, but in that, which I mentioned a little bit earlier, was Rodriguez's ability to just hold up play and control and just draw players in. Silvestri was able to just inch forward a little bit.
Always good to see the president of West Adelaide up here as well tonight, and also John van der Beeken from Sturt Lions. Everyone's here in numbers. Former West Adelaide players as well attending tonight to support their club. And now a shot from distance, but it's been out deflected.
It'd just be so big for West Adelaide if they can get the win tonight. Grand final to cap it off, along with promotion. I mean, they missed out on that final bit of silverware in the women's competition. But with finally moving into their new home at Kilburn this year, how huge it would be if they can add something to the cabinet in 2025 West Adelaide.
And there's Atkinson. Taking the corner. Sent in deep. Now, should be cleared from West Adelaide. As they look to go forward. Little back heel. The long ball sent over. And now, a bit of a run coming from Yuya-Kato. Yuya-Kato finds his feet. Does well. Holds the ball. Sends it in. Across the face. And Manly Barnett just composes himself in the back line. Golan.
I think within the first 3 quarters of this game, it was West Adelaide that looked a little bit more convincing on the counter-attack, but it's amazing that Sturt Lions have sort of switched up things, because at the moment it looks like they're the team that are kind of dominating that at the moment, still having numbers forward, even where they're defending, options to play to, whereas West Adelaide just at times seem like they're in all defensive mode.
Jun Ota just couldn't quite get there. Be out for, there's some kids just having a bit of a rough play in the background. Love when you capture that stuff on camera. There is Malay here. Gonzalo Rodriguez gets the foot to the ball. There will be a free kick to Sturt Lions.
Last corner kick, Sturt Lions just threw the big bodies at the ball, so I wonder if they'll be coming in now. It looks like they are, just to receive this off that left boot, so it'll sort of curl towards the goal face, I guess, from Atkinson.
Atkinson lining up behind the ball. Not afraid to score from distance, like he did earlier tonight. Not in this position, though. Now, composing.
Another slip.
Now, Harrison Rogers gets it back to Michael Moroney. Sturt. Elton was there as well. Elton back on the ball. The youngster. Gonzalo Rodriguez. Fabrizio. Atkinson. Elton. Fabrizio does well for West Adelaide to hold on the ball. Golan plays it back to Jun Ota.
One stat I'd love to see is how many opportunities that Sturt Lions have been denied just from slipping at various times. And you mentioned at the start, John Fusco said that back in his day they used to always bring 2 pairs of boots. I wonder what he'd have to say about that at full time, if that's something that he's picked up on as well. Full time I say that, even though it's past, looks like pens are likely. You hope that slipping isn't a factor if it comes to that, but I think Sturt Lions, really, given the amount of opportunities they've had, they should be in front. But West Adelaide still in this game, still with an opportunity.
I wonder where they will store the spare ones. In their bag, in their front seat, in their boot. Just store your spare boots in your boot? No?
I don't have an answer to that. I don't know. In a bag, I guess.
I was joking. Just boot in the boot.
Boot in the boot. There we go.
Boot in the boot.
Yeah.
Boot.
Boot full boots.
Yep. Anyway. On another note, let's cross down to Alessio Carocci on the sideline. Mate, what's going on down there?
Yeah, getting a bit tense down here as well. I think Sturt Lions really want to try and keep this ball in their attacking half and try and push for this win. I don't think West Adelaide have really threatened in this extra time period so far. The first half and now in the second half, but they've still got a few on the bench, and I just really noticed recently in that half time that they've also got young Ethan Nassau, who was, of course, a former Sturt Lions player last year, who was at the club, and he had a little bit of a run in, but then not too much, and then he came back to West Adelaide this year. So they still got him on the bench, and could he be the one maybe to win it for West Adelaide, or maybe create some havoc in those penalty shootouts? But yeah, they've got a couple on the bench still, West Adelaide, to use. But, yeah, Sturt Lions definitely trying to push for this winner. I think more out of both teams, and I think if they can get this, that they'll really hold on for it.
Well, that'll be big if it is the case. Alessio, just to sort of further my point on the boots, has there been any reaction from the Sturt bench at times? Maybe we'll revisit that in a second.
It's sent into the area. A couple of heads there lurking for Sturt Lions, but just gone astray slightly. But it is Gato who got behind it. Now Harrison Rogers. Sturt just controlling it from the back. Elton. Now Malay. There's the Sturt Lions bench. Not far away from there as well, family of the Sturt Lions, including Malay, as we mentioned earlier. Ilona. Free kick. Cross back down to Alessio.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, about those boots, I think you guys are still talking about. I guess the pitch didn't get watered again in that extra time halfway break, and before that at full-time whistle. So there hasn't been too much talk about that so far, but I think it's definitely limiting some of their opportunities to some of their players as well. We've seen Gonzalo Rodriguez have a couple of opportunities tonight, but I think with a dry pitch at least, or maybe with some better footwear, I think he would stay on his feet a bit more and maybe even turn some of these West Adelaide defenders at the time. So I think they maybe are limiting some of the opportunities to Sturt to end this game with this pitch weather at the moment, but I think by the time they get another opportunity, they might have figured out how this pitch plays and maybe make those moves a bit better.
Thanks for that, Alessio Carocci on the sideline tonight. Working you hard, an hour and 20 minutes of football. 7 of those still to go. And then additional time will be added, and then extra time will be done. Penalties to decide the winner, but still time for either team to get back into this. And Harry Silvestri, sorry. Too much talk about Harry Potter. It's completely confused me now. That's the emphasis of his nickname. And now chasing the ball is Joel Sanderson. So goes out for a throw in. Sanderson. Golan makes a run through. Golan plays it through to Sanderson. First touch wasn't great, but will be a free kick and a yellow card handed out to Michael Moroney. So a free kick just outside the area. He's starting to tighten up now. I think is that Golan on the ground? As we watch the replay, here's Golan. 115-minute yellow card to Moroney. Ooh, as he comes in. Yes, so
They're lucky to win the free there, West Adelaide, just in terms of, because he played that ball through to Joel Sanderson and his first touch wasn't good. So they do get away with it with a free kick here. And it is within striking distance.
starting to cramp up a little bit, but penalty's not too far away now, so we'll want to probably try and start into this game to be a part of it. And there's a crowd there eagerly waiting today's results. Felix just having a chat to his teammates. His boy is just walked off, but Yuyakato and Felix look to be behind the ball. Who will take it? Yet to know. As it's starting to get a bit chilly down here as well. With only just 4 minutes still to play. And it's Gato. Malay does well to just slightly push it away from goal. It will be a corner though West Adelaide as we watch it. Gato, a lot of power behind the ball in that shot. But man, oh boy.
Struck it low, but I don't think it quite had enough on it in that instance. Another chance, though, for West Adelaide. And again, every time I see them up for a corner, the height difference seems to be something that's pretty evident. Be a bit of a struggle if they can get past the tall defenders of Sturt Lions.
Sent in deep. Off the head, and it gets into the back of the net. West Adelaide! They could be winning the championship with minutes to go! Well off the head! What a goal!
Well, I said that it's very difficult to get it past the tall Sturt Lions defender. However, if there's no one in front of him, you got a clear net. Huge late in the game from West Adelaide.
And it was Boyers that scored the goal. Let's have a look at that replay as well. As it comes in, off his head. There was no stopping that from Malay, sorry. And wow.
It was almost right on cue, because I was just saying how difficult it would be for West Adelaide to score from the corner, but just finding the right placement there, getting a right touch on it, and all of a sudden, for the first time in this game, West Adelaide are in front at the most critical time of this game, because there's under 3 minutes to go in this period of additional time.
And Boyers,
extra time rather.
Boyers, oh boy, he's helped his side get in front. Boy, oh Boyers, I should say, sorry.
Well, now we'll see if Sturt Lions can hit quickly on the counter.
They're going to work hard now to try and get back into this. There's a bit of work to be done. From the corner as well, they managed to get in. And that's gone out.
Well, they got the individual talent for Sturt Lions. They get the pace of Silvestri. They got the skill of Rodriguez. And there's still time. Couple subs getting ready, Johnny.
Yes, Sturt Lions want to make some late changes. Well, it's going to make it interesting. Someone with a similar haircut to Harry Silvestri coming on. This makes our job a little bit harder.
Matches the kit.
Exactly. Looks like James O'Toole is one of those who is the one that has O'Toole and Moroney. Satini coming off as well.
I would be surprised that Moroney's one of the ones to come off, given how close we are to pens. I would have thought that a nice cool head would be valuable at this time, but then again, haven't seen him take a pen either. So
the two coming on is Dunstall and O'Toole. Both of those are kids that were sitting on the sideline, as we mentioned earlier. There were 4 of them that did that back in the day. So it's good to see that they're playing a part in this. Unfortunately, it may not be on the right end of history here tonight, with only 30 seconds plus any additional time to go. And there will be, what we're hearing is 2 minutes of time added on. But we'll cross down to Alessio one more time, I reckon, for this second half of extra time. Alessio, mate, how is the tension going at the moment? And what was the celebrations like at West Adelaide's side of things?
Those celebrations are right in front of me. I mean, I think the whole team and bench slid into Rover Boyers here on the halfway line as he went to celebrate that header. It was a great moment for them, I'm sure. And yeah, Sturt just throwing everything at it now. They've cleared their bench, brought on the last few youngsters in their team, and they're just trying to change things. And I think they've even changed formations a bit to try and push as many players forward as they can. And that's what you get with taking off Moroney and Sortini. They've just put all those youngsters up there to try and force something with these last 2 minutes. But yeah, for West Adelaide, this could be a big moment for them to at least pick up a trophy. I mean, getting promoted by winning that game before, you of course want to win it with a trophy too, as these Sturt Lions, they've already got the league title. So for West Adelaide, they might be able to end their season with a bit of silverware too.
Thanks for that, Alessio. It's been great having you on the sideline all night, but we'll cross down to you a bit later. If it doesn't go to to penalties, we will cross down to you for the interviews after the game. So, wow, what a game it's been so far. Come back from behind twice for West Adelaide, and then again coming and getting another goal, but this time around taking the lead for the very first time. It's Atkinson to clear it quickly. Can West Adelaide get another to really secure their lead? with only 2 minutes remaining. We've got a free kick. And a couple of push-ups are there from Golan. It's not enough he scored a brace. He had to do it. Oh, straight red card for Atkinson. He is sent off. They're down to 10 men. And this is not great. Not sure what happened there, but there may have been some words exchanged that referee Tom Breakworth wasn't quite happy with. So the armband's being swapped over once again. Moroni just came off a couple minutes ago.
I wonder if there was some fun and games between Golan and Atkinson there, because Golan, you did the push-ups, said there was a bit of mucking around from West Adelaide. It was Atkinson that was given his marching orders.
Jun Otta takes it quickly. Boyers back to Otta. Otta holding the ball. And it's gone out for a throw in. So just a minute remaining. Down to 10 men. Sturt Lions. So that means he will be out for round 1 of NPL next year as well. So that is not a great loss not a big loss, sorry. No, definitely a big loss. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Got words going on in my head at the moment. So disappointing for them to lose Atkinson. Obviously a massive loss, having scored that goal to kick things off here today. And then it's gone out into the grandstand. 15 seconds still to play, plus a few more to go. And now players starting to cramp up. There's Theo, who's very happy with what could be happening any moment now.
I mean, it could be players starting to cramp up, or it could be players just trying to eat down the final bit of time, because we are over 3 minutes now. It'll be now or never for Sturt Lions. But how huge is this for West Adelaide? Find themselves in front at the most crucial time of the game.
Well, now we've stepped over the additional time. Substitution's going to be happening as well. Theo is going to make the most of this moment to try and... It's going to be Ethan Nassau coming on by the looks of things. Against his former club as well, obviously coming from Sturt Lions. And it's the man that scored the 2 goals as well. Golan coming off. Double the Golan, sorry. And it's Ethan Nassau coming on. Sturt have to react quickly. And now, on the back of the ball, is Harry Silvestri. Silvestri. Can they react quickly, Sturt Lions? It will be a free kick. We've got to not waste any time now. We will be ticking closer to full time. And it's sent in. Oh! And it's gone over. It's going to be retaken, I believe. I'm not happy with what's going on.
And Rodriguez found Montashami short. Looked like Montashami was going to get in the middle, but he's got another short option now.
The anticipation now from the bench. You can see them all standing at the moment, waiting for the referee whistle. They were hoping it wasn't going to be retaken, because now it just means they've got to defend it again. Gonzalo Rodriguez gets another opportunity off the crossbar. It's still alive for a second chance. It's gone out wide. Sturt Lions missed their opportunity. And West Adelaide are counting their lucky stars that didn't go in.
It could have been a huge grand final moment for Sturt, just when West Adelaide found themselves in front to lock it back up and send it to pens. But somehow West Adelaide still find themselves in front. We're now approaching 6 minutes of additional time. There could not be long left. I have a feeling this is going to be the longest kick that's ever been given by Jackson O'Donnell.
And now the referee's got the whistle in his mouth, Tom Brinkworth. So we're only going to be moments away now from full time. And the Hellas history books have another storyline. Third place West Adelaide are the champions for 2025 in the HPG Homes State League 1. They're back on top and taking more silverware back to Kilburn as they head into the RAA NPLSA for 2026.
Well, how big is 2025 for West Adelaide? Secured their spot last week into the RAA NPLSA for next year, and tonight winning the silverware as well. It was a bit of a letdown that the women didn't get the job done in the Apex Steel WNPLSA, but the men doing it tonight, they've taken the attention away from, I guess, the women who have been incredible over the last few years, and they've said we want to compete at the top level as well. And what a destination Kilburn is going to be in the RAA NPL next year. And they're going to have another trophy in the cabinet to show off as well. We had a few extra people on the pitch. There's a Greek flag out there as well, of course. The proud heritage of West Adelaide.
And, wow, what a game as well. West Adelaide just really fought hard. They went down twice. They've come back twice. And then they had to really fight to the death. And then they managed to find that winner right near the end. And, well, what a game of football it's been. 2 goals as well to kick things off. All came from one man, and that was Golan. And Alessio Carocci has him now on the sideline.
Yes, Johnny, we've got the man of the moment, well, one of the men at the moment at least. 2 goals tonight, Connor. How do you feel about that one? And is this probably your best moment at the moment in the West Adelaide colours?
Yeah, 100%. I'd say so. Let me just put this shirt on real quick. Yeah, I'd say 100%. We've worked so hard this year from pre-season to now. As a whole unit, we've been so tight. And we've been so close, and like just to get this reward of winning a final with this group of boys, because you play a year with boys and then next season people leave, things happen, and you don't get to enjoy it with them anymore. So to be able to celebrate this with everyone and give back to the Hellas, everyone supporting us, is amazing.
Yeah, as well, and getting a trophy for all your efforts as well. You got promoted last week, and that's the main achievement for your club. But to get a bit of silverware as well, it's got to feel good. Yeah,
well, this club has a history of getting silverware, and there will be no better feeling than adding a flag back at Kilburn. It's getting there, it's getting complete, one step at a time. But to put another flag in there, one of our own flags that we are a part of, and can add to that historic record, it's amazing. And we talked before the game about being able to think about the people who got you here when you've been younger, whether it's your mum, partner, brothers, sisters. And I think going into extra time and the whole game just to dig deep for them and the people that supported you all this way. And couldn't be happier.
Well, congratulations. I've got to let you celebrate with your team. It's going to be a big night there probably at Kilburn, isn't it?
100%, we're going straight there. So, yeah, thank you.
Oh, thank you for that, Alessio. What a great moment that was to share with him, because, wow, he had a big game tonight, scored 2 goals, 2 important goals as well. And, man, what a game of football it's been. West Adelaide, they've been working hard these last few years to really build something here. Theo, his last game in charge before he heads off to go take off the Adelaide United. Yeah, so what a game of football. Simon, what do you make of this game? Everyone said coming into this game, it's going to be a dead rubber. I think it was far from it. It was far from it.
This is exactly the sort of game that just dismisses that argument. Because I was having a chat last night to Antonis Pagonis, superstar photographer actually, just how grand finals create moments like that. And we saw that exactly tonight. West Adelaide, they looked a step behind all night long, and it wasn't until the dying moments that they found themselves in front. A bit of a scare there with Sturt Lions potentially getting that one back and forcing it to penalties. But, I mean, without grand finals, we don't have moments like this. So I'll take a grand final any day.
Well, well, what a game of football it's been tonight, and Sturt Lions there, a lot of unhappy faces at the moment, but there are some happy faces on the other side with West Adelaide. Alessio Carocci, back down to you, mate.
Yes, Johnny, I'm here with a match winner over boys. How did that feel? I mean, getting a winner that late on, your legs must have felt tired.
Oh, I was giving everything, man. I was tired. I was looking at the boys and I couldn't let them down, man. It was everything to me, this game.
You had so many moments this season at your new club. How does that stack up amongst them?
Oh, beautiful, man. The team done great, the coaches brought me here. And I haven't been playing for 2 years and this was my chance and West Adelaide gave me this opportunity and I have to give back. So I gave it back today.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often coming your first year winning a trophy, but the club's going to be happy with this, don't they?
Yeah, 100%, man. I love this game.
Yeah, you got to keep going. If they come this easy, you're going to want more, aren't you?
100%, man. Hopefully more to come.
Well done. We'll see you in the change rooms, and well done.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alessio. It could have been a good opportunity to ask him about the push-ups he was doing. So even though he was that tired and wanted to give back to the club, he still had the time and the effort to be able to do push-ups as well.
Well, I remember being a younger fella, you try to get a pump before you went out for the night. So maybe they're going to be heading out tonight. They deserve it, I think.
Well,
Alessio's down there trying to hustle up some interviews.
yeah, what a good guy he is, and grabbing these moments. This is great to see these moments as well. So pure, authentic moments of these occasions as well. We'll cross back down to Alessio. Alessio, who we got this time around?
A few times, but how does this one feel?
It's extra special to come from where we were in the middle of the season and finish off strong with a group that's been together pretty much just this year. So massive turnaround. I couldn't be happier with the boys. It's I myself, I've only played in one, but old boy here's played in a couple more than me. But super special this one.
Yeah, I think in this time in my career as well, and Theo got me across for this project to get promoted, and it's something I really wanted to do, and to send him off as well with such great coaching staff and players. Yeah, couldn't be happier.
And as well, the performances you both put in the sticks there as well, and at the back. I mean, you came back from injury late in these final series as well. So to come up for a game like this, performances like that, that's kind of what etches you in some folklore here at West Adelaide.
100%. Look, you feel like everything's against you when you're at West Adelaide. I've been here 4 years, and you sort of always, it's never easy. You've always got to work for it, and that's State League as well. Look, fantastic performance by Sturt. They've been the best all year, obviously, and you've just got to be consistent. I think we pushed consistency all year, and it took a while for us to get there, but when we did, we managed to stay there. So, yeah,
thank you for that. I'll let you get back to the presentations because it's just about to happen, but well done, guys.
Appreciate it.
Well, what a great chat it was down there with those guys. Happy as Larry, those two there. What a moment for them. Big game, big occasion, and presentation's not far away, so I'm sure they're waiting for that moment to lift the trophy and celebrate once again at Kilburn. The first time they can do so as their actual home now that they play out of for a whole season, and they will be hosting NPL games there next year. And there's referee.
Today's runners-up, Sturt Lions.
And the runners-ups are about to come up now to receive their medals. And what a moment this is. It's a bit disappointing for them, I know, because they're a part of this game. They're part of the whole season. They won the league, but now in today's occasion it came down to this final moment and they couldn't quite get it. So a bit disappointing, but it's a hard one, isn't it?
Well, they've still got bragging rights that they won the season. They've put it forth a hugely consistent effort, which is massive. I mean, they can be really proud of themselves. But for me, football's all about these massive moments. They're the ones we remember. They're the photos that you love to see and share. So West Adelaide are the ones cheering tonight. But next year, a chance for both of these teams to really prove themselves, because it's going to be a step up next year in the RAA NPLSA for 2026. We've seen teams go up and go back down. That was the case for both of these sides last time they were there as well. But, I mean, if you're going to be there, you want to see a big effort. Put together a good team, create the right foundation, and try to create something special. And it could be the start of that tonight for West Adelaide.
And, we'll talk about John Fusco as well. He was in the grand finals a few years ago now, as a captain. Now today's first grand final in his first season as head coach. It's a big difference, but something he can be proud of. He's taken over this side, had to transition into being a coach, and now he's got himself into the NPL next year. So here he is. He's about to come up and receive his medal. So it's incredible to see where he's been able to bring the side after taking over his brother as head coach. And I'm sure he will be very disappointed with the way things ended here tonight. But hold your head up high. After give it a week or two to settle things down, and I'm sure they'll be very proud of what they've been able to achieve this season.
Well, I think with the NPL next year, I think they're probably already turned their attention to 2026, so I don't think too much rest. They'll be eager to get rolling for next year.
Well, what a game, and it'll be interesting to see who gets the player of the match here tonight. There'll be a few with their hands up at the moment. I reckon Golden will be having a run for his money in that one, so we'll see how that goes in that. We'll cross down for it in just a moment. And we'll cross down to Con for the player of the match announcement.
Number 56 from West Adelaide, the captain, Jackson O'Donnell.
And, well, rightly so. What a game of football he has had tonight. He saved his side from conceding so many more goals. And, yeah, he's definitely well-deserved of that medal.
Yeah, lots of presence too, lots of confidence, and well-deserved. You mentioned Golan as well. He had a lot of swagger and he had a great performance, but it's about leadership as well.
And he's got an infectious smile as well, hasn't he? And the champions for 2025, West Adelaide, are about to receive their medals and their trophy. We'll cross down now to the sideline with Con Kuminsis to give the medals to the winners for the championship. Let's cross down now to the sideline.
Number 2, Jun Ota. Number 6, Alex Simopoulos. Number 8, Yuya Kato. Number 9, Eduardo Castaneda. Number 10, Dion Kirk. Number 11, Rovu Boyers. Number 13, Luka Dabrowski. Number 16, Luca Fabrizio. Number 24, Cairo Felix. Number 42, Connor Golan. Number 1, Christian Akuka. Number 3, Joel Sanderson. Number 4, Amali Felix. Number 5, Socrates Zangari. Number 14, Ethan Nasu. Number 23, Marco Grelli. Number 49, Amir Ibrahim. And the captain, number 56, Jackson O'Donnell. Jackson, I'll get you to stay here, mate. Promotion, a winner's medal, a couple of fine saves, man of the match. Sum it up for us, mate.
It's special. It's a special group of lads. We've come from where we did, brand new team, and to accomplish this, it's credit to the club, the coaching staff, and of course the boys. Thank you to Sturt today. Best all season, fair battle. Congratulations on winning the league. Appreciate everything this year. It's good.
A fitting way for, obviously, Theo moving on to other adventures, so a fitting way to send him off as well.
Yeah, and credit to Theo as well. He deserves it. He's managed to turn the club around and so the rest of the coaching staff, and we've benefited from that this year. So, yeah, credit to him.
Congratulations. And now we'll ask Theo Cenas to come up.
Officials get there.
Do you want the coaches to come up as well?
Well, what a great speech it was there from Jackson O'Donnell. Very proud man to win
Benjamin
tonight.
Cockrell.
And we'll go back down to hear the presentation of the coaching staff as well.
Ben Tinnigley. Chris Simpson. Nicholas Pastrikas. And Saruchi Sawant.
Good to see them getting celebrated once again.
Get Jackson and Theo to come back.
And they're about to present the medal, the trophy now.
The pennant
and pennant.
the trophy.
This is the moment they loved as well. Lifting that trophy is that moment everyone
Congratulations
dreams of.
to West Adelaide for winning the 2025 HPG Home State League 1 Grand Final.
And there they are, the champions. West Adelaide, they finished third on the ladder, knocked off second place Fulham, and now first place Sturt Lions. For 2025, your champions, West Adelaide, and they're on their way to the REA NPOSA in 2026. A thrilling win in extra time. They've managed to do it, come back from twice from behind to get the equaliser. Golan helping them twice, an own goal unfortunate as well. But the third one from Boyers just securing the win and not having to go through the excruciating penalties. Wow, what an occasion, Simon, and what a moment. This just really puts a point to everyone that says that final series are not made for Australia, but we love them, don't we?
I love it. You get the late drama, and you also get different teams that get to take home the silverware as well. You know, I'm all for celebrating the team that puts forth the most consistent year, but again, you get teams that are less favoured have massive moments like this. Notice another pattern in both this game in the NPL. It was the team that finished in third that beat the team that finished in first. But for me, I said it earlier, it's all about big games. It's who can perform on the night, who can do it under pressure. It's great to do it all season long, but, you know, how do you hold your nerve when the chips are really down?
Absolutely. And let's have a quick look at the goals that were scored today as well. There were some cracking ones throughout today's games, and let's have a look at these. This is that first one. Atkinson, he played in the grand final against Sturt in 2017, but tonight he scores for Sturt to open up, which we thought was the moment that was going to help him secure today's win or put them in a great position. It did for only just 40 seconds before West Adelaide came back. And then that's a comeback 40 seconds later. The second goal as well. There it is. Well, just off camera, there he is. He's just got covered in Gatorade, and he's on the floor as well.
He's going to be annoyed that he's going to miss the Greek dancing. He's going to be quick here. Here we go. That's
there
ramping up.
Well, let's cross down to Alessio. Alessio, have you got him down there?
Theo Sona's down here. How does this feel? I mean, your last game in charge of West Adelaide, getting them some more silverware and leaving them on such a high note.
Yeah, a bit cold at the moment, but it's an amazing feeling. You know, I think a lot of work's been done behind the scenes. There's some fantastic people involved in the club, and I think, you know, you put in the hard work, things got a way of working out. So I think it's credit to the boys, credit to the people that are involved in the club.
And of course, leaving on such a high note, having such a successful season, what comments do you have to make about West Adelaide to help you take you to that professional step now? I mean, such a good stepping stone at the moment, but they're such a massive club in themselves.
Absolutely. We worked really hard on building a foundation. That was kind of the priority this year. And we kind of, you know, promotion wasn't really something that we were kind of talking about, but the way it's worked out, we've kind of achieved that. And I think it's only going to go up from here. So it's a great stepping stone for any player. It's a great stepping stone for any staff coach that wants to kind of continue to progress their career.
And as well, not only just getting the promotion, getting the silverware tonight against such a hotly favoured Sturt Lions side. I'm not sure if you guys beat him all season, but to beat him in a big game like this, it's got to feel great.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a super young team, and you know, there's a lot of energy and excitement. Sturt have been fantastic all year. You know, Johnny Fusco's done a great job. So credit to Sturt, the players, and also the club. But these grand finals, anything can happen. You know, and I think I'm really happy for everyone involved in the club. It means a lot. It means a lot to everyone.
Well, thank you for that. I'm going to let you guys celebrate with your team as well. Congratulations. What a high note to finish.
Thank you there, Alessio Carocci. What a great chat that was, and that Macron jacket kept him absolutely dry, I'm sure. And that was a lot drier than George Sonos was last night. But what an occasion it was tonight. And to see a coach like that just celebrating, enjoying themselves in what is his last game tonight. And it's just, last game in charge as head coach before heading off to LA United, which he's been doing in between. But let's go back to those moments of the goals from today as well. The Atkinson one, the first one, incredible touch. Just the way he just placed it nicely, beautifully into the back of the net. Just first touch.
Oh, he controlled off his chest initially, just onto his foot, and he absolutely drilled into the back of the net. Just masterful shot there. And that one straight after. Well placed in the back of the net. Keeper didn't know what to do with it. And that's what started off for that man tonight, Golan.
Well, then Golan just really composed in that second one. 40 seconds later, incredible to come back that quickly. We thought it was going to be a bit of a little while before we saw West Adelaide come back, but did not expect them to get back that quickly. Straight from kickoff and get the equaliser. But this own goal was a devastating moment for West Adelaide, with Felix.
Well, made it hard for him.
Properly, yeah.
Made it hard for him, but just set him up for something a bit more epic later. So, maybe he did it for the viewers.
He did, for the neutral. And they celebrated like their own, absolutely. But Malay just had a slight little blunder in that moment. Just overthinking it, I believe. But you just got to be careful in those moments, because a player like Boyers is just going to really take the moment. Golan is just really going to take that moment and really capitalise on it.
And credit to him, he didn't go to sleep and let the keeper take the possession. He came sliding in, and he wasn't going to let him get away with that one for free. So just a mark of a quality player that they don't let anyone get away with it. Just always switched on, always ready to pounce.
Well, this is a lot of interesting things happening tonight, and one of those was the late comeback as well. So it is great to see this type of football happening in this level, and I'm so excited to see. Well, actually, I'm actually so excited to see both these two teams in the next level next year in NPL.
I think that's the other thing as well. Although West Adelaide have achieved something huge tonight, it's only the beginning of the story, both for them and for Sturt, because next year it's going to be a huge opportunity for them to show what they can do, see what they can build. I mean, it's always difficult for teams coming up, so we start the next chapter next year for both these sides, Sturt and West Adelaide.
Well, we'll cross down to Alessio Croce for one last time tonight. Alessio, mate, what a big game of football it was. Just tell us a quick wrap-up about today's game.
Yeah, just the end there tonight, guys. I thought it was a great game, and in fact, I think it was very fair that you got a team like West Adelaide to pick up some silverware too. I mean, Sturt Lions had such a great season, and this was the only contender that they had to deal with, and it proved that on some occasions they could get the better of them. So it was great to see that as well. And for the neutrals here tonight, I mean, a lot of talk is about this being a dead rubber. Not many people want to see this game. They want the league winners not to be in the final series, but you can see why tonight. Everyone wants to watch a game like that. The only game in these final series that's gone to extra time is that one. So I think it was a great advert of the football, and it's a good advert for these clubs as well going into NPL next year. I mean, if you want to come to a club that is playing great football out of the state league, these are your two options at the moment. And yeah, I think it was a great game. And yeah, that's all from me, guys.
Well, thank you so much, Alessio. You've been absolutely fantastic on the sideline. The insights you've brought to the side, especially about the boots and all that kind of stuff as well, and also about Harry Potter, or Harry Silvestri, I might add, although it's named Alfredo on the team sheet. We know why he's called Harry outside, because I was like, who's Harry? Harry Silvestri. But makes sense now. Harry Potter fan, calls himself Harry, so there you go. So anyway, good fella Jimenez next to me on commentary today. That's your favourite movie, but anyway, we're going to wrap things up here tonight. Well, your champions for 2025, West Adelaide, have knocked off Premier's Sturt Lions in an incredible fashion as well. In extra time, 3-2 here today. Simon, thanks for the game.
Pleasure, mate. What a way to cap off a huge season. Another underdog win in the grand final, and what a privilege it is to spectate it here.
Well, thank you to all watching here tonight. Thank you to our camera operators, our producers, and everyone behind the scenes that puts on this great broadcast here for you tonight. And all across the weekend as well, because this caps off the final game of the finals series for 2025. A huge shout out to Football SA and all the sponsors and partners. HPG Home, State League 1 Grand Final here at ServiceFM Stadium, rounding out what has been a magnificent final series. That's all from us here tonight. Thank you to Alessio Croce on the sideline, to Simon Jimenez on my side, and myself, Johnny Kecko. On behalf of all of us here at Football SA, we thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again in 2026.